ready for this shit, man.
All right, Creators Unite, episode 2. Yes, the hot dog main, and also my new co-host Ankle Banger.
I'm here.
Yep.
You got upgraded in one episode.
So what's up?
That's what's up.
Wait, so did you start it? You started recording?
Yeah, I'm recording, man.
What the frick is up? All right, give me something. Give me something or let hot dog. You know.
So hot dog, where'd you say you were from again? Because he's on the East Coast.
I'm from Philly originally.
No shit, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw your Temple shirt. I went to Temple.
No way. Wait.
Yeah.
Do you know? I don't know if I want to say my last name.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't. I mean, yeah.
But yeah, my sister went there, and her fiance.
No way.
I would like to tell you their names because you might actually know them. Like, how old are
Maybe.
you?
Yeah, I'm a little old.
They're like in their mid-20s, late 20s.
Okay. But yeah, I
like
seen that and I was like, no way.
I'm 40 minutes north of Philly. That's pretty
north.
crazy. Yeah, I live around Quakertown, if you know that area.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I grew up in Bucks County, so.
No, you didn't, really?
Yep.
Grew up in the same area. What the fuck?
Really?
Okay, all right. We won't do no more location, but that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much grew up there. I lived in Bensalem up until like 5th grade, and then moved to Langhorne. But now I'm in California, so.
I think the internet might be.
I'm in California now.
Okay.
I think the internet's up a little. Yeah, it seems fine now, but.
I was gonna say that's crazy. With the TikTok algorithm, that's crazy. That like, okay, how did you guys know? How did you find HotDogMane or whatever?
I think, dude, honestly, I don't remember. I know that I knew HotDogMane before TikTok, though.
I remember exactly. I remember exactly. It was Wes, Big Body Wes, Big Body GG. We were in a Valorant game together.
Oh, really? Valorant?
Yeah. It was like Wes just started streaming, and you guys were like helping each other out.
Okay.
I think it was GG Big Body was his was his name.
Does he still stream? I don't think he streams anymore.
No, he stopped. He's still like will mod in my chat sometimes, but he doesn't stream anymore.
You gotta tell him to get back at it, because he was farther ahead than I was at one point. He made affiliate super quick.
He made affiliate. He met a chick, so.
Oh shit, dude.
That's what happened. Yeah.
Priorities, dude.
Well, maybe if they break up someday, he'll come back to
it. Let's hope.
I'm just kidding, Big Body. If you're watching this, man, I'm happy for you.
Yeah, he's stoked. No, I'm gonna tell him.
Cool. Yeah.
But yeah, that's how we met.
Be cool to have him on sometime.
Oh my god, he's a funny dude. That would definitely be worth it.
Yeah, I'll have to reach out. So you do video editing, but do you also film stuff too? Like you actually hold the camera too?
Yep. Cool. So I do. I'm a gimbal operator, and then I have like a 8K camera set up for it. Basically, so like if I go on a set, my job is usually just like, okay, now it's time for you to get this shot, and I'm like, all right, and then it's just like they roll cameras, action, I do the move, and then on to the next.
Damn.
So basically, just set up everything, like have my camera gear on point. And then yeah, it's just like I'm like in a crazy contraption, like back rig with like arms sticking over the top.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That is so.
Yeah, I have some photos of it I could find.
How'd you get into that shit?
Skateboarding, basically.
Skateboarding, really?
Yeah.
Yourself? You skateboard yourself?
So basically, 6th grade, started skating. some of my buddies like were progressing like at a pretty high speed, like they were getting really good. So I basically took my dad's video camera and started filming them. And then because of that, I had all these tapes. And like in 6th grade, I didn't even know what video editing was. And I was like, how do I do this? Like, how do I figure out what to do to make this into a tape so that like he could get sponsored?
Mm-hmm.
So I like figured out what I needed. I got like a capture card in 6th grade that plugged into your computer. I don't even, some crazy port back in the day.
Yeah, I was gonna say that must have been pretty crazy back then.
Dude, it was nuts. It had like, it was this big, it was like this tall, and it just had a yellow, like a video and 2 audio inputs that you just like plugged like the 3 into and just ingested it onto your computer.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was called like it was called Dazzle. It was a Dazzle. And yeah, so basically in 6th grade I figured out what Adobe Premiere was, and then like my 9th grade like project to get out of middle school was like a skate video, and from there just kept learning.
Did you skate?
And then when I got to Temple, I knew, yeah. I skated too, got kind of good, but nowhere near. Like my buddies are now pro. That
oh shit.
Yeah. So
Are
they.
Can we look any of them up? Do we know any of them?
Yeah, maybe Tom Asta or Ashad Ware. Ashad's on Nike. He has his own Nikes. Or Chris Cole. Those 3 dudes I grew up skating with.
That's crazy.
So
yeah, I haven't really kept up with like the pro skaters. I went through a phase in like middle school, but
what about longboarding? Did you ever longboard a little bit?
No, never.
I'm a big longboarder.
Oh,
are you?
Yeah, I fucking love longboarding.
Dude, that shit's sketchy. Longboarding is sketchy, dude.
I mean, I've fallen before, but
well, the videos I've seen,
like sliding.
Okay,
that shit.
The videos
that's intense.
I've seen people going 50 plus miles an hour, and like they're just like.
I know they're just downhill.
I was gonna say all the videos I've seen, they're just going ridiculously fast. Like you hit one rock, dude, and you're.
They're like trying to put their hands straight, but they're going so fast that they're like.
I guess you just get used to that shit, huh? It's like anything else.
Yeah.
You do it, like you're right, Danny. Like if you do hit a big enough rock, like the chances are small, but you hit one, you're fucking done.
Oh, wheel bite, or just go flying. Wheel bite's sketchy. Well, I guess on a longboard, your wheels are kind of like wider than the board, right?
Yeah, they're a little bit bigger than. They're wider and bigger.
Okay.
But they can still wheel bite easily. Not like wheel bite with the board. They would have.
But if you hit a rock, you're screwed.
Oh yeah,
like
if it's big enough.
Yeah. Yeah. See, that's not. I snowboarded. I like snowboarding, but longboarding on a skateboard is. I think actually, now that I think about it, one of my first experiences on a skateboard was like on an old Veriflex, like old school board that my dad had, and like I just first experience was I took it to the top of the hill at my parents' long ass hill, got speed wobble like halfway, and just like,
like you got speed
completely wobble? Like it was my face, my hip, my shoulder, like the whole thing was just like.
Yeah, so scrape. It's like rug burn on steroids, dude.
Yeah.
Terrible.
So I think that probably set me in the direction of like doing just tricks, flat ground tricks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went through like a little phase of skating in middle school, and one of the guys that lived down the street from me that I skated with all the time, he had a cup of water or something, and he was skating and went like almost dropped it. And he went to like catch it, and instead like fell and broke both of his arms. And so, everybody, all my friends' parents were like, "No more skateboarding," and so I had nobody to skate with. So I just started doing other stuff.
Things like that happening early on can scare you away from it for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's what happened to my one friend. He was new, and we went to the top of like our neighborhood like hill, and I was like, dude, you'll be fine. I'm like, just go a little bit higher. He's like, I don't want to go higher. I'm like, just a little bit higher. He goes down, gets the speed wobbles. He jumps off his board. He can't catch himself, and then he broke his wrist, and I felt really bad.
Yeah, I
We're
mean,
still bad.
injuries are inevitable on a skateboard. It's like,
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
yep, you're signing yourself up the second you like take it out of the skate shop. You're like, here's 10 falls.
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess I got
We
lucky.
learn.
I never really got that hurt. But
Yeah, it's like
That's
when you
good.
like really try to learn new shit, you get eager.
Oh yeah,
It's like do
Yeah.
stairs, and shit
I
like
don't think I
that.
ever got really good at anything. I think right before that happened to my buddy, I think I was almost able to heel flip, like land it and everything, but stopped
Yeah, I
after
don't even
that.
think I've ever learned a kickflip, man. Tried for like a year. I suck.
it takes a while, dude. Like,
It
but
does.
once you learn the kickflip, like all the other stuff starts kind of making sense.
That's what
Yeah, it kinda
everybody always
clicks.
said, yeah. Like it all kind of
Yeah.
just flows after that. But I never got to
Yep.
that point.
Yeah. No,
It was fun back in the day.
it was I guess what kind of led me astray of like actually trying really hard at skateboarding was there was like a 10 stair handrail in my neighborhood, and we had this older filmer dude with us. He had it like lit up with like a light and generator, and I tried to board slide it, and there was a curb there was like a whole sidewalk block at the end of the rail, so when you came off the rail you had to clear the sidewalk too.
Yep.
And my first attempt, I literally like touched the rail with my board and shot out. And when I landed, both my ankles landed on the curb, going like down, and I broke the growth plates in both my pinky toes at the same time, like
Jesus.
rolling them down the curb. Yeah,
That's
so
not good.
I couldn't walk for like I think like 10 days or something. I literally couldn't walk because both my feet had these like horrible swollen pinky toes.
Wait, so at
It
the end of
was
that rail, did you have to like pop up just to clear the curb? Is that what you
no, like
mean?
if you came off the rail, you would clear it. Like it was short enough to where you would clear it if you came off the rail. Like
So you came off a little bit early? Is that what you're saying?
right, like I got into the board slide and then jumped off because I like slipped out.
Okay.
And then when I came down, both my ankles landed. And
Oh, dude, that sounds painful.
yeah,
That
it
sounds
was bad.
awful.
Yeah,
So do you
it was shitty.
have you ever worked on like movies or anything? Like I said, that's what I was gonna do before everything shut down.
I've never worked on any like feature length films. I've worked on a few like shorts.
Shorts.
But I've mostly been involved in. So before I got into like the automotive stuff, I was filming for Volcom, and I
Oh,
went on a bunch of trips with Volcom. Like I went to Barcelona with them. I went to Argentina, Colombia, like a South America tour, and then like all over the U.S. filming for like a skate video. And then after that, got into the automotive stuff. So it's been
okay.
mostly skating and automotive industry, but we've done some pretty cool stuff with cars recently.
Okay.
Like
That's pretty cool. So wait, so you're like when you say automotive, you're working
it's
with cars, like you're filming cars.
yeah.
Okay.
So this company, if you like this race service is basically like a automotive media hub in Mid City, and we just do it's like a lot of drifting and like crazy like stunt videos. And so if you were to take like skateboarding and turn it into like car stuff, like if you Google Mach E on YouTube, that's like a brand new video that we just put out. It's actually it's pretty crazy, but it's MACH-E. It's for Ford.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know the
Um,
Mach-E. That's that new electric Mustang, right?
yeah. So we shot the video for it.
No, you didn't. Did you really?
Yeah, it's for like Vaughn Gittin Jr. It's like it's I don't know how many views it's got on YouTube, but on Facebook it was at like 1 million something.
6 days ago on YouTube's 1.4
Yeah.
million.
Yep. Yeah.
Holy shit! You shot this video?
Yeah. So I have probably
What?
like 20 shots in there, give or take, altogether.
It's so cool. How
Yep.
do you? Okay, so this might be a little off topic, but like, how do you find like jobs for this? Like, are you know what I mean?
Pretty much word of
So
It's
mouth,
kind of
right?
like a gig worker, or are you with someone that like a company that they hire the company and then you are part
so
of it?
base
You know what I mean?
so yeah, basically one of the dudes that owns Race Service, which is like the company that produced it, um that dude also skates. So he met me through one of those pro skateboarders that now lives out in California too. He's originally from Philly and he moved out here and he found me for a job that he needed. And then since then, he's hired me for 4 years worth of work. So
Okay,
he's just like a hustling producer that basically turned himself into a pretty nicely sized company now,
that's pretty cool.
production company. Yeah.
Yeah, because what I was gonna do was, because I was in the military. I don't know if you knew that.
Okay.
While I was in,
I don't think so.
so I got stationed in San Francisco, and they closed the air
Okay.
station in L.A. So they started deploying us down to L.A.
Uh
And so I
huh.
started doing jujitsu, and some of the people
Okay.
that I met were into some of the videography stuff. And then one of the guys I worked with in the military, he had a sound buddy who was working on that. I think it just got canceled. Actually, it was Fresh Off the Boat. It was about like an Asian family in the
I
'90s.
I've heard of
So
that.
so I was on
Yeah.
set for that. I got to go like check it out and met like
Oh,
random Mark and
nice.
stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. And I talked to the I think it was the second AD on that, and he was basically like, "Yeah, when can you come work, man?" You know that he was in
Oh,
the
sick.
military, and then everything shut down. So I started doing this though, and I mean, it seems like it's taken off a little bit. So we'll see when
Yeah.
everything opens back up.
Yeah. Hopefully you don't have to go do that.
That's what I'm hoping, man.
That would be sick.
I mean,
But that's cool though.
yeah, yeah, I've
What
just
were you gonna
started
do?
to.
Like PA work or?
So I was gonna start as a PA, but he was basically gonna train me to be an assistant director as well. So,
Oh, sick.
or at least
ADs
that
are
was the
ADs are
idea.
cool.
Yeah.
They're always funny on set.
Yeah, so what he was doing
Cool.
while I was on that set was telling the extras what to do, and I was like, that seems cool, because I mean, I wanted to be a part of the creative department eventually, you know, like directing and writing and stuff like that. But
Right.
yeah, I don't know now,
Yeah, it's a
but
weird industry.
yeah, definitely. I mean, everybody was asking me how I got on that set too, and I was like, I just word of mouth, you know, just it's pretty much all
Uh,
connections.
That's what it is, dude. Like on the shorts and stuff that I have worked on as a actually funny, super funny story is last year, um, this lady hit me up and was like, "Hey, are you available January 7th and 8th for this project?" And I was like, "Yeah, for sure." She's like, "Okay, send your reel." And I sent it. I like just finished it like 2 hours prior, so I sent over the reel. And she hits me back and she's like, "Yeah, like, do you know this camera?" And I had no idea how to use the camera that they were going to use. And I was just like, "Yeah, I know it." Hit up my buddy,
They could tell
Yeah.
you use
learned,
it.
yeah, learned the camera, showed up on set, and basically, like, I got hired as a camera operator. And all I had to do, so I show up and they're like, "So how do you know blah blah blah, the producer?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't." And they're like, "What?
What?
How did you get here?" And I was like, She hired me, I don't know." And he was like, "That's crazy." He's like, "I think you got confused with another person, like I think she confused you." He's like, "But you're here now." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm here, I got hired, so like let's do this." And it was for TurboTax, and it was like
Really?
it was a huge budget. Like there was like 5 food trucks for lunch for a crew of like 40 people. And like I don't know if you've ever seen what is it called? It was like a movie directed by the dudes from Workaholics. with that like long
Was it on Netflix?
long haired dude. Yeah, yeah.
It was
I
where
think
the,
it was like that spy one, right, or something. I never watched
yeah, like
it, but
technology. The one guy like hung himself naked in the hotel room.
I
I don't
didn't
know. There's
watch
a
it.
bunch of
But
funny scenes, but I think I
those
know what
guys
you're
are
talking
funny.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, like one of the main dudes in the movie was like the like main character in these commercials, and I was just like sitting there. The ADs were like picking the camera up and just putting it on my shoulder and hitting record for me, and I'm just like standing there, just like, okay, let's go. And like,
Really?
yeah,
Meanwhile,
literally, it was
some poor
some dude
schmuck.
lost his job.
Yeah, some poor schmuck's like, man, what happened? They were supposed to call me. You know.
But I made it through the whole entire day with like no issues, and it was crazy. So like stuff like that happens. Like I skipped. So both assistant cameramen were probably so pissed because I was the camera operator for that shoot, and like I
Yeah.
didn't work my way up through any of their
Exactly.
like ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's a
was just
big
like,
deal, man.
poof.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Good for
So
you,
stuff
man.
like that happens. Like if you wanted to direct something in the film industry, if you wrote something that was good enough, it will get recognized. And like
Mhm.
if you thought you had the idea to make something good enough, you could talk to the right people and just make it, you know,
Yeah, that's. I mean,
if you had
that's.
the money.
What I'm hoping is
So
that eventually, if this does all take off, you know, and it continues to grow, eventually that's what I'd want to do is kind of use my name or influence a little bit to hopefully branch out to that stuff even. I mean,
yeah.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
just branch
definitely.
out to all kinds of stuff. That's why I'm doing the podcast and stuff, you know, just
Right.
try different things.
Right. And at this day and age, the cost that you can make something is like like you can make stuff for like nothing. Like if you were to hit me up and be like, "Yo, I need a camera package and lights for this shoot," like I would literally hook it up because I know you. You know, like there's things like that.
Yeah, I'll have to keep that in
So
mind. Maybe someday, man. We'll
yeah,
see. So, are you
yeah,
into
Oh,
cars
100%.
too, or sorry, what were you saying, Equal?
No, I was just saying 100%. Like it's definitely more
Yeah,
consumer friendly just to do anything
yeah.
today with film. I mean, I
yes,
don't know anything,
I mean,
but
yes,
pretty much what
I know
people
what
have
you mean.
told me is that as long as you're not a piece of shit, you know, and like you're a hard worker, that people will work with you, you know.
Oh
But
yeah,
as
100%.
soon
yeah,
as you piss off
definitely.
the wrong
Totally.
person, then
Oh yeah, being a piece
yeah,
of shit in the film industry, you have to be like a god.
yeah,
You know, like you got to be like someone that's gonna get in trouble 10 years later for,
Yeah.
you know, molesting somebody. So
I mean, that's what's happening now. All that shit's coming out now, so or it has
exactly.
been.
I feel like that's with anything now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it
You kind of
just
have to
seems
be
like
like if you got to be higher up to be a piece of shit. You know
yeah.
what I
I mean,
mean?
Yeah.
that's why nobody said anything for so long. Is everybody's like these, you know, it's the biggest people in the industry, and it's why, you know, nobody wanted to speak
Yep.
up. They were scared.
What's gonna happen to me if I say something type shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
I mean, I think they were all threatened too. They're just like, you know, you better keep your mouth shut, or unless you know, don't want to work in that big movie.
Or they were like,
So are you also into cars too, or do you just film that stuff?
um, not really. Like, I I've learned a lot about cars. That's for sure. Like the stuff that I've filmed is to me mind blowing, but like I'm definitely not like looking up cars on Instagram or anything like that.
So I'm actually
But
Yeah.
super into Mustangs. So
okay.
yeah, so I thought that was kind of cool that you were filming
Okay.
the E. Did you get a chance to look at it? Actually
Oh
look
my
inside
god,
it? And,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
You
yeah,
filmed it,
that
right?
was
So
interesting. Yeah.
what do you think,
It was
man?
insane.
To have any
I
competition with
mean,
Tesla or
um the stock Mach E is pretty cool looking. I
yeah.
would say it's pretty sleek. It's unlike anything I've ever seen. So, you know, it has like a taste of a Mustang, but like doesn't really look like a Mustang in my opinion.
Yeah,
You know.
a lot of the people, like a
So,
lot of the fanboys are
I
uh
think
oh.
kind of pissed off that they called it a
Tesla's got
Mustang.
it, dude.
But well, there's a lot of issues with Tesla though, man. Like the resale value of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't kept up with it now, but I know that when they first upped production like crazy, people were posting stuff about side panels popping off and just like the quality control
Snap.
took a while to catch up. when Tesla started
I could see that.
raising production as much as they did, and they haven't really made any money. Tesla,
Yeah, I could see that too.
Really?
yeah,
Bullshit. I
they've
don't
made
believe
like
you.
no money, dude.
Their
Look it
tech
up.
is. They probably spent so much money on tech alone, like tech in their cars, that I could see that technology costing so
Yeah.
much money because it's their own, you know.
Don't get me wrong though, dude. Teslas are crazy. I definitely think they're the future. For
Oh,
sure.
for sure.
I was just kidding though, Danny. I was just kidding.
What do you
I
drive?
don't know anything. I don't know anything about any cars.
I
It's
used
called
to
bullshit.
I used to have a 2012 5.0, but then when I decided to get out of the military, I decided, might be better to get a more economic car. So now I drive a Corolla.
What's a Corolla? Is that a Tesla?
You don't know what a
Dude,
Corolla
you
is?
can't give me shit, man. I'm a
That's a
Gen Z.
Toyota.
It's like a
I'm
little-
Gen Z.
Toyota.
It's a Toyota.
I don't know anything about cars.
It's like one of the most buoyant cars ever made.
Like I've
There's the
heard of it.
Camry, and the Corolla are like Toyota's main, like
Yeah.
4-door. Do they make them in 2-door? I don't think so. Just 4-door, right?
I think they make a hatchback that's a 2-door, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah,
So you're
I
that's
got
a
a
4-door kind of
I
guy.
got a 2020 Toyota Corolla SE, so it's like the sport edition. Because I did,
Nice.
going from a Mustang to a Corolla, it's kind of brutal. But I
Does it
had
have, like,
412 horsepower in that car, man. That thing
Does it have like
flew.
the little have like the sports gear?
Yeah, it has
Yeah.
like a launch gear and then it has the paddle shifters. But
Nice.
Nice.
it's still a CVT
Well, maybe
transmission though. So
in the
it's
future
kinda,
you'll have both.
that's hopefully. I mean, I'm trying to be smart with my money right now. Especially with
That's true.
I have, like we were talking earlier. I haven't even gotten. So I'm waiting on paperwork from the military so I can file for unemployment,
Oh, snap.
and it's taking forever. I was supposed to have my paperwork, I think 2 weeks ago now. So I'm still trying to figure
Yeah,
out what's
they're
going on with that. But I should get a big
dude,
unemployment check.
yeah, they randomly texted me today saying like, and this is after like I basically had given up. I tried calling over and over and over, and like it would always just be like, call back, it's too busy. So I filed for it 3 weeks ago and finally got a message saying they're calling me today for an interview. And so they called me right before this, and they're like, so yeah, we just had a few questions. Like, have you had the virus? And I was like, no. And she was like, okay, I think that's all we needed. So yeah, you're gonna get these weeks, the weeks prior. And then I was like, well, I actually signed up in the beginning of April and haven't gotten anything. So is there like some sort of back pay? And she was like, yeah, here you go. And added like from April all the way up until now that I can file for. And they're sending like a card in the mail next week.
That's
Yeah,
really nice.
my girlfriend's on
Yeah.
unemployment right now, and I think they're supposed to extend hers because she started going to school. So, but
Yeah.
I got out of the military on the 15th of June. So
Oh,
I
damn.
that's a whole month and a half right there that I should have been getting paid. I think I was supposed to get
Yep.
like 4,200 a month too. So it's gonna be a big check.
Yeah, same. Yeah, and
Yeah.
they I was like, so what if I worked like a week on this shoot? And they were like, just don't file for that week. I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah, simple enough.
Simple enough, yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious because I am actually starting to make tripping over my words. I'm actually starting to make a little bit of money through Twitch now, so I'm curious how that's gonna affect it. But we'll see.
Probably not that much.
I
Because
mean,
like you could file that under another type of like money, you know?
yeah. Well, I mean, not counting like just bits and subs. I'm right around like 1,500 for the last 30 days. So
Oh, nice, dude.
Dude, like
like I said, I don't know how that's supposed to affect. I don't even know like how to file that stuff. I mean, everything that I've done, the military is pretty simple. So like I don't
Yeah,
know
I
much
would
about taxes.
just don't mark it like right now because like you don't have to because it's not within like the time period that you were. But if you
Yeah.
make over $500, you have to file for taxes. So like
Yeah.
if you're doing like TurboTax, just like self-employed. I think this would be self-employed work. Technically, we're employees of Twitch, but
Yeah.
it's still
1099.
I think at least until
Yeah,
you make partner, yeah.
Yeah.
Once you make partner, I think you sign an actual contract and stuff. So I don't know. But I mean,
yeah, so that might be different.
I think right now my viewer average is like 41. So I'm like just over the halfway point to get there to apply. We'll see if I actually make it. There's only 27,000 partners, so
That's
it's
it.
not. Yeah, they don't take everybody. That's what I'm trying. I'm working on trying to make it so that they don't see anything as like a
Sure, you
red
would get
flag.
it if you had all the requirements.
Oh yeah, you'll get it. I might not.
I don't think they'd be like, this dude's not nice enough. Screw you.
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to be smart about everything, man. How can I like
Yeah.
reach a broader audience? Obviously, if you're one of those people that's just like constantly cussing and talking about sex and stuff like that, then
Yeah.
you have to
Which is
put
me.
mature on
That's all
there,
I
and
do.
then they're just
Same.
like, because I'm actually curious what the age demographic is. Like how many people are over 18 on Twitch? That'd be an interesting thing to find out.
Most of the kids in my stream are all like age 11 and up, like 11 to 16, 17, 18.
That's good, man. Because
Yeah.
especially with Fortnite, I started joking around about trying Fortnite because everybody was trying to get me to play it, and then it became into like turned into like a joke basically. And then so I had
Yeah.
all these younger kids, like young kids. I'm talking like 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, coming in and being like, "Hey, can I play Fortnite with you?" And so I was like, "All right, no Fortnite. It's not happening," because like it's just too many little kids, and I was like afraid to like piss off somebody's parent or something. I just
Oh my god, yeah.
because I do cuss, I just don't cuss like crazy.
There's dude, Fortnite's a weird community. Like I ran into so when I was on my last work trip, I brought like my laptop and I was playing in my hotel room every night for like the hour that I had. And I ran into this dude and he put me into his YouTube video. The dude has like 1.5 million subscribers on YouTube.
Let's
And yeah, and like I had no idea. Like I had no idea who the dude was. Like his name in the game, like everybody recognizes, and like the other two kids recognized it that we were playing with, but like I had no clue. And this dude is seriously like borderline like he could get suspended from like YouTube for his content because it's so like raunchy and
Yeah, I know what
gnarly.
you mean.
So like there's those type of people in Fortnite where I'm like, dude, the amount of his subscribers that are probably under the age of 15, it's probably more than half. And like these kids are just taking in this crazy content from this dude. So
Yeah, I mean,
Fortnite's got a weird scene, dude.
so many people were asking to be a mod that my brother just made like a mod application, and so I saw like what the ages were, and it was anywhere from like 8 to I think the oldest person was like 26 that I've seen so far. So I definitely have like a broad range.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
That's good. Try to get the 26-year-old, dude.
I know, right? Well, I did. Yeah, she's a mod now.
That's good.
So
That's what
awesome.
I'm saying. Like literally just mod people who are older.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just looked up the statistic. 76. I mean, this is definitely skewed because every kid lies about their age.
Well,
But 76% of viewers are between 18 and 49.
okay, that's better than I thought.
6. Wow.
I actually thought it would be more the other way. So
It's definitely inflated. I'd say it's 50-50 because there's
yeah,
so many kids on
probably.
there that are like, oh, I'm 18. They just, that's what I would do when I was a kid.
Dude, I've
Yeah,
had so many
same.
kids are like, or they'll be like, "Hey, I swear I'm not that young. Like, can I play with you? My mic doesn't work." And I'm like, "I know it's because
I know you're a little
they
fucking
got it.
kid.
They're a squeaker. That's why."
Yo.
Uh,
Yeah. I can't play with viewers like that, dude. I don't know. It just like kills me. But that's Fortnite too, though. Fortnite is probably
I was
way
gonna
worse.
say, man, I was actually curious. So, Fortnite's the main thing you play, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
So, what's your kind of consensus on it? Do you think how much longer do you think Fortnite has?
To be honest, like
Forever.
yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, I think the same, dude. Like the amount of creativity put into each season is gonna just constantly bring people back. Like last season, people are like, Fortnite's dead. Like it's going nowhere. Like the guns are too powerful that you can get and blah blah blah. Like this season, people are like, Fortnite's cool. Like yeah, like the meta is sick. Like everything's awesome. And then you get like your few like it's always gonna be Fortnite's dying, but it's never gonna die.
Well, I mean, even if Fortnite is dying, that's a slow ass death. So many people play that game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like every game's gonna die.
It's not like
obviously.
Call of Duty where a new game comes out every year and it's just like a switch
Dude.
where it just gets
Yeah, I
flipped
mean,
off.
if you look at the Fortnite live viewers, they're always at the top still.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's pretty crazy. So,
because what I was gonna ask was, because I try to not play the same game all the time. Obviously, I play Call of Duty more than other games. That's just what people want me to play right now. But I try to play like Valorant. I played Raft with my girlfriend. That was kind of interesting because that's more of like a chill
oh yeah, I
game.
saw that.
But I mean, obviously, when Call of Duty, the next Call of Duty comes out, I can just hop onto that and keep going with Call of Duty. But like, if Fortnite were to just all of a sudden go away, what would you do? Like, what do you think you would play?
Probably Warzone.
Warzone.
Like straight up, 100%.
Okay. Well,
My
dude,
thing with Warzone is solos are like the most intense thing ever. It
Yeah.
feels like when Fortnite first came out,
Really?
like winning a solo match in Fortnite when it first came out was like, you're like, holy shit, dude, that was insane, bro. Like, what the?
I gotta get up and walk around. Like,
Yeah.
about to pass out.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to
It's
get
like
Ankle
that.
Banger to play some Warzone. The three of us should do like a freaking trio or something, man. That would be sick.
I'm down, dude.
Sorry.
You
I got
won't?
shit. Yeah, I got shit going on. No, I will.
He just has to.
It's a fun
he has
game,
to delete
dude.
some stuff first before he can play it. It's such a big ass
Yeah,
download.
it's a lot of download.
Oh.
I gotta get a different hard drive too. New one. I only got 1
Dude.
terabyte
An
of
SSD. Don't get a hard drive. Don't get a
I know,
hard drive.
I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't.
It
A
should,
hard drive
man.
wouldn't matter.
Yeah, it would, because whatever's on that hard drive is gonna take longer to load it and shit, dude. Because I mean, an
Yeah, but just
SSD's got no moving
loading,
parts, right? So, hard
So
drive
it
is
lasts
old school.
longer.
It's not gonna change your gameplay though, right?
Yeah, it
Like,
will.
just like loading screens and stuff like that, right?
No, man, because
No.
there's moving parts. It takes longer to load stuff. Big time.
I call horseshit. I call
Yeah, like-
calling
Look it up,
horseshit
man.
right now.
YouTube has they have side by side
rendering.
comparisons. Rendering big
But
time. Too.
rendering.
Really?
Yeah,
I
dude.
thought
Yeah,
it
like when the
was
maps-
like loading up the game and loading into game is the only thing that affects it, not the
So-
actual like, gameplay, right?
Here's the perfect explanation of that. So when you're on an Xbox One and you're like flying into a Fortnite map, you get close, but all the buildings are still like
Yeah.
not rendered in. That's because they're still loading in like at 100 megabytes per second, whereas in an SSD loads in at 300 plus. So like you're getting the map stuff loaded in like that as compared to like.
Have you guys kept
Yeah.
up with like the new technology that PlayStation's coming out with?
No.
So they
Yes.
they made an SSD where basically it loads things so fast that you can start the game and it's loading everything as you're moving through. Like it's what they
Loading
demoed it with was Spider-Man. So Spider-Man, you're like swinging through the buildings and stuff is loading as you're like flying through the air. That's how
Isn't that
quick
how
it
every
is.
game works?
No, like I mean,
But so what he's saying is
some
like you can
games.
have a map that's 10 times the size.
yeah, because it loads quicker. So it's
Okay.
not because even with Call of Duty right now, you kind of see how when that plane first opens up, it's
Mhm.
loading everything, and then there's technically 150 people in the plane, and you can see how your computer as soon as that door opens up, your GPU just shoots up to like 90% or something, you know.
Yeah.
So the whole idea is that that's gonna be a lot quicker and a lot less work on your stuff. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure because I don't know who PlayStation made it with or Sony made it with, but eventually, everybody else
so you're
will get
just
that
saying
technology.
it's loading a
But
very condensed area.
it's a
right?
new. Do they have like 40 patents on it or something? It's like so crazy.
Yeah.
It's gonna change everything.
Is that what
for
you
sure.
mean though? Like loading a condensed area? Like I know most computer games work like that, right? Like what you're looking at is what's loaded into the game. Everything else is
Yeah.
kind of
But what I'm
just
saying is those battle royale games, the maps are so
Yeah.
much bigger, so you actually see it load in. Whereas
okay.
this
So
new
it's loading the whole
SSD,
map in at
yeah, it
once.
has to
pretty
load the
much?
whole thing in at once, yeah, because you can fly to any area of that map,
Yeah.
so it has to be ready for it.
So it kind of has to. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a helicopter too. Like say you're playing Warzone, you look up and a helicopter like eventually disappears because it goes out of your view distance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's something that would like fix
go
that
away.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's gonna change games big time whenever they release that
Plus,
technology.
plus
to
it
everybody
gives
else.
every kid 120 frames a second, which is
Yeah.
game changing
Yeah.
for console players.
Yeah,
Definitely,
because
for sure.
console, even this last generation, everybody was complaining that one of them, I think the Xbox had 60 frames, but the PlayStation didn't. Because the Xbox One X, I had that. I just gave it to my brother-in-law because he moved and he didn't have an Xbox anymore, and I don't use it because of the PC now. But the difference between the Xbox One X and the original Xbox One is like night and day, dude. Because the Xbox One X is like legit like a computer. It's like liquid cooled and everything, man.
I have one of those. It's
It's a beast of a little system, man.
Yeah, the 4K 60 frames on it is beautiful. But
I think they should have just came out with that at the beginning.
Yep.
That would have saved them big time, man. The PlayStation would have been able
Definitely.
to compete with that. But
Definitely.
because they
Well, actually,
talked
the
about
new
it.
yeah,
Like-
and the new Xbox has better stats than the PlayStation minus the hard drive.
More teraflops, right?
Yep.
Got more teraflops, whatever that means.
Yep.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
That's like the
Processing
stat everybody's
stuff.
talking about. But it's got more teraflops. I'm like, because a teraflop. I don't know what that means.
Dude,
I
I feel
doubt
like
they
the
do.
whole console, like, I respect the consoles, like, they're cool and all, but I just think it's a whole scheme, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I mean?
a cheap way for people to
Yeah,
game.
it's just
Yeah.
convenience for a higher price. I just don't get why people still do it.
Dude, I mean, I
Yeah.
tried playing Call of Duty with the controller.
Okay, I get a little bit concerned.
Like, I tried playing on the Xbox again
just
after
like-
playing
Oh, yeah.
PC for like a year, and I was like, dude, this sucks. It feels sluggish.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Right?
You gotta work a
Yeah.
lot more to do stuff, you know? And then, like, you know, they have to
Yep.
have aim assist because you can't aim fast enough and stuff.
Yeah, you need it.
Yeah.
Like you absolutely need it.
They literally have to help
Yeah.
you aim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I'm really curious to see what happens. Some people said that depending on how this one goes, there might not be another Xbox, you know? Like this might kill them if they lose this battle bad enough. Cuz the PlayStation
See that?
outperformed the Xbox so much, man, in sales.
Oh,
They're not
yeah.
even on the same chart.
I doubt
And,
they
like-
die, though.
I don't know,
Yeah, I
man.
could see
come out
Microsoft
with
just
something.
being like, "Here's our gaming PC."
Yeah, that's what they'd do. They'd come out with something
Yeah.
weird.
I could see
Yeah.
that actually. Yeah, if they just said, "You know what? We're just going full-blown PC, baby."
I mean,
Yeah.
that's basically what a console is. It's just a PC, but just different
Yeah,
operating
it's
system.
like, I mean,
Dumbed down.
you gotta think they're designing these consoles like what, 5 years in advance. So the technology changes so much by the time they come out that
Yeah,
they're never
true.
gonna be, you know, like this SSD thing is different though, but they're never gonna be as powerful as a PC actually would be, you know, 'cause there's always new stuff coming
Never.
out every year. But
Right.
You're gonna jog. J Dog, you're gonna say something? Wait, sorry. Hot dog. I just call you J Dog.
J-Dog.
I like it. I don't even remember what I was gonna say.
Okay.
I'll
sorry,
go
yeah,
ahead.
cut you off.
I got something. What you watch a lot of movies, TV? I do when I can. I've been a fanboy with that stuff since, you know, I could understand what they were saying on TV.
I'm pretty selective. Like I will browse for so long before I find something to watch, but I do try to keep up with like new movies coming out and stuff. Like I've been doing those $20 rentals on Google Play and stuff.
$20 rentals,
Whoa, dude, you're
Yeah.
insane.
dude.
No,
go
like,
to
yeah, like
Redbox, bro.
the new movies, you know?
Take a walk to
Oh, so it's like
Redbox,
going to
bro.
like a movie theater, pretty much.
Oh, I
Yeah,
get
it's
what you're
like
saying.
the home premieres. Yeah.
I get what you're
Okay.
saying. Never mind, that's different. Dude, there's like
Yeah, yeah.
nothing. There's like nothing good that's come out recently because everybody's kind of like waiting to see if the movie theater is gonna open back up, but they're not. Like not anytime
Yeah,
soon.
that and people are finishing post production on stuff before the whole coronavirus
Yeah,
thing. So
I couldn't imagine
there's just no production to edit.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
there's some other countries they're starting to film in. I know Michael Bay was of course, Michael Bay would be the one to start making a movie about a pandemic during the pandemic. But he was trying to shoot that somewhere, and they shut his stuff down. They're like, no, the union put like a no work order on his ass
Yeah.
because he doesn't care, man. Michael Bay doesn't give a shit about
Oh,
anybody.
no.
he
No.
doesn't. That's why Megan
Hell
Fox.
no.
Megan Fox got she got fired off of Transformers because she called him Hitler or something. She said he was like
He's
Hitler.
like, all right,
Really?
peace.
Yeah,
He's definitely a psychopath on set. I'm sure. Just
probably.
yelling
Yeah,
at anybody.
yeah. I don't know. He that dude's definitely loaded though, man. All the movies he makes, they have ridiculous budgets.
It's on Red Camera. They made a Red Camera after him. It's called the Bayhem.
What? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a double-handled like neon yellow Red Camera. It looks insane.
Huh? I'm gonna have to look that up. That's cool.
Yeah, it looks like a transformer. Like it looks nuts.
Do you have a
I think I'm
favorite
looking
movie?
right now. Sorry, yeah, go ahead.
No, it's all right. I might look it up too. Do you have a favorite movie?
um, I honestly have a favorite movie, but I can't even remember who it's directed by. Like it's that.
What movie is
Like
it?
it's called Don't Look Now. It's a 70s like art horror film that I saw in
Oh,
like I forget what class it was, but some film teacher showed me it. I've watched it probably like 15, 20 times. It's like I don't know, it's really good. It's like such a weird storyline that like you're the whole entire time you're just like, what is going on in this movie? And then like you finally find out at the end. One of those type of deals, but
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's a
Pretty good.
thriller horror movie. Yeah, I might have
Yeah.
to check this out.
Oh, it's good, dude. It's a horror movie that doesn't feel scary, but creeps you out.
yeah. I'm into all kinds of stuff. I definitely am more into the artsier stuff, but not super artsy. Like stuff that would
Okay.
win awards at a film festival, but not something that you would never hear about. Like my
Right.
favorite movie is probably either Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I really liked that
Oh,
one.
dude. That
And
movie was
then,
amazing.
It's like a tie between that and the new Blade Runner, 2049. I really liked that movie.
I haven't watched that yet. I started watching it on the plane and fell asleep
Do you have a 4K
because I was
TV?
tired. I do.
Dude, you need to make sure that you're like, because it is kind of slow. Because, you know, it's a
Right.
Roger Deakins movie. He did the cinematography, so everything just looks beautiful, and they focus on that a lot.
Okay.
Like a lot of like long shots and stuff. And yeah, dude, you have to watch that in 4K.
Ryan Gosling, right?
Yeah, I'm a big
Yeah.
fan of Ryan Gosling. I like Drive.
Oh yeah,
So,
Drive's amazing.
I like the first 45 minutes of Place Beyond the Pines. If you've ever seen that, have you seen that
I
one?
did. Yeah.
I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it, but the first 45 minutes of that movie that could have been its own movie, and then they kind of went elsewhere with it. But
Yeah, that's true.
I liked his character.
Yeah.
In that. Pretty dope.
Yeah, but Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was you're right. That was a very, very, very good movie.
Yeah,
For sure.
It kind of, I don't want to say sealed the deal on that. You know, on the idea that I wanted to live in LA, but it definitely had something to do with it. I was like, LA is just
Gives
so
it a
cool,
charm.
dude. Yeah, LA is so cool.
Yeah.
It definitely was cool in the '60s when there was like nobody here, but a lot less people. You
fucking
know.
Packed with
La La Land. Speaking of Ryan
La La
Gosling,
Land. Yeah, that's a good one too.
I think that one really emphasizes LA.
Yeah,
Like,
I think my mom said that when she watched that movie, because I had told her to watch it, because I don't even like musicals. Like I'm not a musical
Okay.
person.
yeah,
But I
same.
liked that. That was a good movie. And
Yeah.
she said that when she watched that, she was like, "He's gonna move to LA." I was like, "When he gets out, he's gonna move to LA." And sure enough, I did. So
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
Nice.
How long have you been living in the LA area?
I think it's 10 years now.
10 years.
So,
Jesus.
yeah. I
might have
moved out
to-
here end of 2011, so close to 10 years.
Yeah, I've only been in the area. Like I started doing deployments like 4 years ago. So I've only really gotten to explore LA that much. I've been to a lot of the comedy clubs because I do 10 Planet Jiu-Jitsu, which is Joe Rogan's buddies academy of schools. Eddie Bravo. I don't
Sick.
know if you know who that is. Ankle Banger knows who that is. He's a conspiracy guy.
Eddie Bravo.
So,
Fucking love Eddie Bravo.
but yeah, so I've been to the Hollywood Improv and the Comedy Store. I've been to those two places. Like I
There's
went,
so much in LA to see.
dude, and like everything's affordable. You know, when I was in San Francisco, I got so used to everything being so damn expensive. It's
Yeah,
like
that's true.
I had a studio apartment when I first showed up there, when I first got stationed there, and the rent started at like $2,200 a month for
Oh,
a
shit.
Yeah.
studio. Like
For
400,
dude.
I think it was like 425 square feet. It was literally like a living
like-
room.
That's
Yeah,
more than
it's-
double than like where I live. It's kind of
Oh yeah, dude.
for
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
too.
I always think about moving. I'm like, you know what? I could sell all my camera gear
Don't do it,
and
man.
buy a house
Oh,
in
but-
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I thought you were
Like,
gonna say move
full
to San
cash,
Francisco.
full
I was like,
cash, here
no,
you go.
dude.
It's even
I
like
hated
we're
San Francisco.
for like it's down south below us, dude. It's even cheaper, man. Like we're expensive compared to the south. Fucking insane. It can get down to like $500 for an apartment down.
We
I
were
don't know,
looking around here
Florida.
at houses. Me and my girlfriend. There's somebody here who bought their house for like 400 grand back in '96, which is the year I was born, and now it's worth like 1.2 million.
Holy
Oh.
shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so one of the dudes I work with, he just bought a house in Mid City in like not a good area. Like it's literally like a housing crisis in LA basically. Like he bought this dilapidated 2-bedroom that he completely has torn apart since then, and like he's like redoing everything besides the framing for 1.2 mil as well, where like this place would not cost more than like 50 grand in
Dude.
like Trenton, New Jersey.
San Francisco is even
shit.
worse though, man. There was literally crack houses for sale for like $800,000 in San
Exactly.
What the
That-
fuck?
Yeah.
Like
it makes
you-
no, and like the area's dirty still. Like it's not like it's this beautiful mecca. Of,
Don't
like,
even get me started, man. San Francisco has just gone way downhill in the last like 10 years. Like it's legal to poop in the streets now because they just got tired of cleaning it up.
It's fucking
That's so
insane,
fucked.
dude.
And there's like legal shoot up centers. I don't know what they call them.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Where they have like
That's-
a nurse watch you do it. So if you overdose, they can just get you real quick, save your life.
And also SF has the highest theft rate for like
Yeah.
if you have a white van, you're gonna get broken into, no matter
Really?
what. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Like my buddies, all their camera gears got stolen multiple times in SF.
Dude, I had
And
a
they have
buddy-
some underground thing. They have some underground thing where they send it all across seas immediately.
Yeah, San
What?
Francisco's nuts,
It's like
dude.
yeah.
Fuck that place.
Yeah. They've found multiple people's like camera with their like serial numbers in China.
That's so crazy,
the
man.
Dude, like who has wait, so they have to have a boat to get all this
Yeah.
shit on.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Send it overseas.
Cargo, yeah. They box it up in a cargo container and
Dude,
send it all.
That would be a
Like
kind of
in a mass like shipment.
imagine that being your job. Your job is to like investigate and track down people's shit all over the world.
That'd be a pretty
That's
cool job.
crazy.
Like, dude, I found fucking Jeremy's red camera in fucking Yugoslavia, dude. Like,
That's
yes.
funny. Hell yeah, man. That's funny.
Bringing a
Yeah.
camera home to, yeah.
Is it okay? Before we talk about anything else, can I take a piss? I gotta
Yeah.
piss really bad.
Yeah, go for it, man.
I got to do the same thing, dude.
Oh, you
Really fast. Wait, no, I'll wait
Yeah,
for him
you
to
wait
get
for him
back.
to get back. Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say
yeah,
that's
yeah.
probably better.
Yeah. So there's not a break. Whoa, what's that doorway? That little window he has back there. You see that?
I don't know. I think he lives in, or I think he's in his parents'
You-
basement. So I don't know what that is.
It's
I like
it's
the
kind of like
mattresses.
oh
against the
maybe it's a
wall.
dartboard. Yeah, the mattresses.
I don't know, dude. It kind of looks like a cupboard or something. It's got two handles, right?
Yeah, true.
Oh, I get what you're
When you
saying.
said
Maybe it opens up and it's a dartboard. Yeah, I get what you're
yeah,
saying. Yeah.
we have
and
to ask.
it's covered right now, but he always has that Nerf gun in the background.
It reminds me exactly of my parents' basement, like to a T. Like, no joke. Like,
Really?
literally could, yeah, like It's really funny actually.
Hmm.
And it's in my parents are in Pennsylvania still, so
Oh, that's crazy. Well,
it's a
when you
Pennsylvania basement.
when you go out there to visit your folks, you'll have to stop and say hi to Ankle Banger.
Yeah, true. True. Just knock on his door. What's up, dude?
Show up in a hot dog costume.
Yeah. Dude, there's been like a crazy new word for hot dog that's been like blowing up.
What is it?
Yeah. It's glizzy.
Oh, so that I was like, what the hell is everybody talking about glizzy? What is that? Like people are
Dude,
changing their names in Call of Duty to something glizzy.
yeah. And it's like it's giving my like Twitch and channel like more attention
That's
because of
good,
it.
man.
Like
That's good.
yeah, it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But I guess it came from the South, like in DC. A bunch of dudes in the hood just started calling hot dogs glizzies as like a joke, like and just being like, "Oh, like, yo, you're a glizzy gladiator. You suck that thing down like no, like super easily, like."
Hey, but
So
before hot dog, oh, he can't hear us. Hey, before hot dog goes to use the restroom, what's that thing in the back? Is that a dartboard or like a cupboard or something?
Where?
The thing with the two little knobs on
behind
it,
your head,
like way in the back, like on the
Oh,
wall.
that's like a cupboard to like. There's like a little like sliver of what's it called? Like room back there, and like there's like
Is
just
that how you
pipes
sell
that go back.
drugs? Like you just open it up.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
what you want?
it's like a it's like a
there's little people
maintenance,
underground.
like a little maintenance center.
Yeah, it's like a little maintenance thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really know. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I
I
was
don't
looking
really
at it, I was
know
like,
my
what
house.
is that?
Like I just
I
live
know.
here, man.
Like, what is that?
Yeah, dude. If you want to go use the restroom, go for it.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
I'm a lot
But
of breath. I just did some pull-ups.
is that what you mean
Bathroom.
by you work out every day? Is you just kind of stop and do stuff every once in a while? That's kind of
No, I
smart, man.
actually no, I have been trying to do that more, just like little stuff like that. But I actually do full workouts.
I miss the gym so bad, man. I miss it
Me
so
too.
bad.
But I also don't miss it that much because it's like it kind of forces me to do like the workouts that I don't really want to do, but I think are just so much better for my health. Like just doing body weight exercises, calisthenics, stuff like that. Which I think are just the best for you, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I tried doing the body weight stuff for like the first 2 months, and then just gave up. It's just not the same. I don't have fun doing it like
Yeah,
I do at the gym.
that's what I'm saying. It's not fun, but I think it's like what your body should be doing. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
I can see why it's important to include that stuff if that's what you mean. You know,
Yeah,
like
like
you
I
should
don't think
definitely include that when you.
any other kind of lifting isn't bad or anything. I just think our bodies are more natural, like being able to move itself.
Nah,
You know?
dude, I want to be able to lift a car.
Get the freak out of here.
Nah, dude, I am curious. I mean, obviously I don't know, but I know I've definitely lost muscle since everything
Oh
shut
yeah.
down. Cause like I
You'll
said,
gain it back.
everything, yeah, you get it back way faster. I think they said in like a third of the time, because those
Oh
muscle
yeah.
fibers and cells are already there. You know,
Hmm. They're just like deactivated, like dormant almost.
pretty much. Yeah, it's kind of like fat cells. Like fat cells never go away; they just shrink. You know that, right?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Once you make the fat cells, they never go away. That's why you have to get lipo if you're that fat. It's like there's no other
Uh,
way to get rid of it.
okay.
So don't
So it's
get
like
fat,
in
dude.
that hanging skin and stuff like that.
Uh,
Like if you lose the weight, it's in that skin. Is that what you mean? Skin that's like flappy. You know what I'm talking about?
I kinda I don't know if that's how it works. I just know that there was because I'm big into Joe Rogan, obviously, and he had some guy on that was talking about weight loss, and he said that they did a study where this guy was super fat, and he got paid to literally eat nothing but like vitamins for a year, and he when he lost all the weight, he lost some ridiculous amount of weight, a couple 100 pounds, right? For some reason, when you do it in that like fasting state where you literally don't eat food, he didn't have any loose skin
Really?
afterwards. Yeah, and they're trying to figure out why.
That's so weird.
Because any other way, you'll have loose skin. You know, like you have to get surgery to remove
Yeah.
that skin if you lose a shit ton of weight. or else you just have to live with this flap, you know. Which I couldn't do that. I'd be
No.
saving my money up to get rid of that shit, man.
Oh, 100%. It looks
It would
worse than
bother me
like
so bad. Can
Yeah.
you imagine having to when you,
Vitamins had something to do with it, like eating the
Yeah.
fat cells or something.
I don't know. I mean, the energy's got to come from somewhere, so you know.
Yeah.
I guess your body just makes use of all of it. But can you
guys-
imagine, like, when you're showering, having to lift up a flap and like scrub under that? Ugh.
Just
Oh,
like
yeah,
scrape away like a
Oh,
film of.
you're like, oh, a Dorito.
Or like trying to get a date. Listen, before I take my
Uh,
shirt off, I'm gonna have a lot of
Yes.
lappy stuff going on.
So you know, got a little flappage going on.
That's definitely not fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the quarantine made me lose a ton of weight, dude. I weighed like 180
Why does my not want to
before,
focus?
and I'm at like 155 now.
Wait, well, how are you losing weight?
I don't
Is it making
know.
you lose weight? For me,
Yeah.
it's making me gain weight. I'm just drinking more beer and eating more, dude.
Oh, well, that's the other thing is.
I just turned my camera
Oh,
on
there
off.
it is.
'Cause- off.
I like just stopped drinking alcohol like right before the quarantine happened, so I don't have that. If I was drinking beers like I used to, I would definitely have gained weight.
Oh yeah.
That's for sure.
I mean,
trying to stop.
this is probably the first alcohol I've had in close to probably 2 months. 'Cause in the
Really?
military, that's all anybody does is drink. And I
Yeah.
mean, like, they get
Right.
shit faced every day, dude.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot of people I knew that. Like, I asked one guy.
Like
I was
during training?
no, not during training. I just mean, like, as soon as they get home from work, they're drinking.
Right.
And then, like, I mean, we had, because I was in aviation, they had, like, they called it bottle to throttle. You had to stop drinking 12 hours before. And I think it was 10 hours if you weren't flying. Like, if you were just doing maintenance, you had to stop drinking 10 hours before you started working. But
Makes sense.
there was people I talked to, like this one guy. I asked him, I was like, "What do you do for fun, man? Like, you know, trying to like just talk while we're working." And he's like, "Not much, man. Just drink." And I'm like, "What do you mean drink?" And he's like, "I go home, pour myself a glass. If I don't have a cocktail in the freezer from the night before, and then you know, just all I do is drink." And I'm just like, "Fuck." Dude.
Damn. I do
Gotta be
smoke a lot of weed, but that's
Whoa, dude, no, we don't talk about that here.
That's
Just
fine.
kidding.
yeah.
We're in California, man.
Yeah.
Still illegal where I am.
Yeah.
Hopefully not for too much longer.
Hopefully not. I think it's kind of ridiculous that it's still.
Do you guys both smoke pretty much every day?
I don't. I've tried it a little bit, but I haven't. I'm not like a huge. I can't, dude. If I do like all this stuff, I would just get lazy. I
I
mean,
thought you had
some of
a
it
medical
helps, but
card, did you?
no, you don't have to have one here. It's recreational.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I thought you said something about
Walk in the
smoking weed.
store.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why I thought medical, but I thought you said something about smoking weed. Like you just switched to marijuana instead of something
Well, I mean,
else.
I tried it once my end of enlistment date, you know, was up and everything, and I was like, yeah, it's different. Like the first time I did it, I didn't even get high. Like I didn't even. I don't know.
Yeah, people.
All
What
I
about
did
you?
was cough a lung up, and I was like, what the fuck? People do this for fun?
Yeah. No, I usually smoke basically like once I'm done doing things for the day. It's kind of like a beer for me, but
A
I don't
beer,
get like
help you sleep, shit like that.
yeah, and I'm not like smoking like 3 joints before I go to bed. Like usually it's like half a joint or like a little bit, like a
Yeah,
bowl
just
hit.
chill out for the rest of the
I
day.
just vape it
Yeah,
when I do.
yeah,
vape
that's
it.
the better way. Yeah, but
I mean, also
I
apartment
definitely
complex. I
love
don't want
it.
people to complain about the smell or something, you know. So
Right, that too. Yep.
Yeah. I used to like it a lot, but it started giving me anxiety. Just start worrying about a bunch of stuff. It was
Oh,
weird.
I had yeah. I mean, I think I was 24, 25. I had like the craziest experience. I thought the world was ending. Like it was nuts, dude. Like I kid you not, like Rick Ross was playing. It was like I got $1 million in my duffel bag, and I thought Rick Ross was speaking to me through my iPhone like music saying like I have $1 million.
You're like,
I'm gonna be good because the world's ending. I have $1 million. I'm gonna be good. And like there was what triggered it was like a flash flood warning popped up on my phone. And then I was like, oh my God, like the windows are gonna fucking blast through with water. Like this is the end. It was nuts, dude. Like it was crazy. But I probably didn't smoke for like 3 or 4 years after that, and then just like slowly started to again.
dude,
Yeah.
like all I know is that after like trying it, vaping it, seeing how concentrated that is, I don't understand how people do this crazy dab hits and shit. How do they do that shit?
I mean,
Dude,
it's all still just like relative how much you're taking. Because I've
I
done
don't
both.
know, man. I mean, I was watching a podcast, and this guy was saying he never did it before, and he took a dab hit, and he said it was like Saving Private Ryan, where Tom Hanks is on the beach. He's just like, the guy's picking up his arm and shit, you know.
that's how it was for me. Yeah, like I went to a dispensary with my buddy, and like this was like when it was still like medical only,
Yeah.
and they were like free dab with your first time at this place, and I was like, oh, sick. And the dude literally, like I'm watching him, it was like a bong like this tall, and he like puts a thing of it like this big, like this long, and he's just like,
I think the internet's crapping out.
and on the way home, I kid you not, like I thought I was in the ground, like driving, and everything was moving at 1 frame a second, like don't. It was nuts, dude. It was insane. It was absolutely insane. I remember, and I had to crawl into the house. Like I rolled out of the door,
It's like
and I had to crawl into the
it's like
house.
Wolf of Wall Street.
It was nuts, dude.
You've seen that, right? Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
When he's on the Quaaludes and he has to like crawl out of the
Yes.
that
It was
country
like
club
that.
into his car.
Yeah, it's exactly
You've seen
like
that, right,
that.
Anklebanger?
I've seen it. I don't remember that part. All I remember was just tits in that movie. Fucking titties. That's all I remember. A lot of cocaine too.
I just remember he was like, "Can you believe it? Not a scratch on the car at all." And then like the cops show up the next morning and the car's just all fucked up.
Completely obliterated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how'd you get home last night? And he's like, "What do you mean?" Walk outside, the car's just all. It was a Lambo too, right? That sucks.
I think so.
His face in that scene, he's just like,
Oh, dude, when he's trying to talk to Jonah Hill on the phone.
yeah.
And then he shows up and Jonah Hill's going through the same thing, right? So he starts choking on food, and then he saves him. Yeah.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, it is. It's a long movie.
Mhm.
Long ass movie. That was. So I was working at the movies in high school when that came out, and I remember I saw that like 5 times. It's like that's such a long movie. Because I kept taking friends to go see it for free, you know, because I could bring one guest. So I was like, yeah, I'll go see that again. 5 times.
You were the plug for the movie theater.
Yeah.
Nice.
So what about anything else? Any other drugs? No talk about that. No talk about that. I don't know. You can
I don't
say
have
no,
any.
man.
I don't have anything else to talk about.
I mean,
I just got out of the
done
military.
Other things.
Nothing
true.
else.
Yeah. Nothing
Nothing
else.
else. Hot dog. What about you, hot dog?
I've only tried mushrooms and acid, other than weed.
Yeah, I've only tried acid. I've never tried shrooms.
I would say they're scarier than acid.
Shrooms
Really?
are scarier.
Yeah, they're just less. I would say it's like a drunk version of acid. Like you just feel more like not there, whereas in like with acid, it's like you're there, but like things are just going crazy. You know.
Yeah, I know what you
With
mean.
shrooms, it's like your mind is just like. Where with acid, it's like. If that's like. That's a good way to explain it. I don't know.
Yeah, but there's no way to actually fucking explain your experiences half the time.
Yeah.
They're just always weird as shit.
Yeah, the only thing I
both
know...
mine were just walking around Philly. So.
Really? Me too.
Yeah.
I walked around Philly. My friend's car got broken into. That was like the most
Oof.
anxiety-ridden night. All of us were tripping on acid. We talked to cops. The car got broken in.
Jesus.
My friend got like caught in a loop, and like he kept like having the same scenario in his head. It was just
Oh
it
God.
was honestly a fucking. I learned a lot from that night, but it was a terrible night.
Nightmare,
Just
dude.
imagine like 7 dudes all starting college with a lot of anxiety on acid, like cooped up in this little apartment, all having a terrible trip. It was fun, but also a lot of
It's like
anxiety.
dude, that's like if one person goes downhill, they just are like bringing everybody else. Just like,
Exactly.
Yeah,
Because
like one person ruins everybody else's trip. Yeah.
yeah,
Because like I could just like read his face and his emotions and like just the vibe coming off his body. I was like, oh my god, I feel so bad for him right now, but like I'm
yeah,
having so much anxiety. But it was fun.
yeah.
It was fun, but terrible at the same time.
My acid experience was amazing. My mushroom experience was all right, but I just remember like walking around. You know the Race Street Pier? It's
No.
like okay, so it's this like pier they built in Philly that goes like straight out, overlooking this like overlooking the Ben Franklin Bridge,
Okay.
and
Yep.
I just remember like nothing. I didn't feel really anything yet besides like everything looked like more like vibrant, like more saturated.
Yeah.
And then we get to the end of the pier and some dude's playing dubstep music on his speaker, like super loud. And I remember sitting down and like and looking up and like all the clouds just started swirling to the beat of the music. And I was like,
Oh
whoa!
shit. That's
Yeah, it was
awesome.
insane. It was absolutely crazy.
So
But
the only knowledge I have is from like podcasts where people talk about it, but don't acid lasts way longer than shrooms, right?
Yeah, depending on how
depends on how
much
much
you
you
take.
eat.
Oh, I thought just in
12
general it
hours
lasted
usually.
longer.
It's like anywhere from I think like 6 to 12 hours, and usually you peak around like 2 to 3 hours. But it all still depends
So you just
how
have
much.
kind of like residuals for a while. That
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different for everyone though.
hmm.
It's I don't
Like
know.
when I ate
Everybody's
mushrooms,
different.
I ate half an eighth, and like that's like when you do that, you're gonna trip. Like you're gonna like be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
whoa, this is crazy. And like there was a girl with us. She's like 4'11". She ate a half eighth as well, and she had to like she disappeared. She saw the devil and like saw like some
Yeah.
crazy shit because it was too much for her. She like overdosed basically, not overdosed, but like
Yeah. She just took too
took
much.
too much. Yeah. So, and that and her for her it lasted like 12 hours, but for
Fuck
us it was
that.
like 6 or 7. Yeah.
I mean, I know they're starting to use that. They're starting to use psilocybin mushrooms for PTSD and stuff.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
like
So
microdosing.
yeah,
Stuff.
I'm curious about that because of the stuff that I did search and rescue, so I
Oh
saw a lot
shit.
of like gruesome shit. So I wonder if that because I've had bad dreams and shit. So I wonder if
Uh-huh.
that would help with anything. You know?
Yeah, I mean I've
Guaranteed.
tried microdosing, well not like for a long period of time, but like uh like while drinking, I would have like a cap and it would just make you feel happy.
Wait,
Like
of
that's
what?
it.
Okay.
A cap of like of a mushroom. Like
Oh, okay.
just like one little piece, like like basically like microdosing. Like if you were to grind it up and take it in like a little pill form,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, I know
And
that
it made me feel
UFC
happy.
Joe Rogan talks about how a lot of UFC fighters are microdosing now. So
Wait, with
must do
what?
something with psilocybin mushrooms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
That's
the
how you
thing
say it,
about like
right? Psilocybin?
I think so.
I think that's how you say it.
I don't know.
That's the thing I think with most drugs, especially not to get into like the war on drugs, but just in general, just like taking drugs and all that. Like people always hype. I hate when people hype up drugs as in being like, this drug is so bad and this drug's like, okay. I think it's just,
Yeah,
it all depends on like how much you're taking and like how you are
definitely.
mentally and what environment you're in and like there's so many aspects that go into it. And I think people are just quick to be like, dude, you tried acid before? Or like, it's like, yeah. And it was a weird time. It was fun, but it's not, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's
It's not
definitely
like
stereotypes to
like Fear and
go.
Loathing stereotypes.
Have you guys
What'd
seen
you say?
that?
Like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
I don't know what that means. I
It's
don't know
that
what you're
it's that
talking
Johnny
Oh,
Depp movie where
it's
they just
a
do
Hunter
drugs
S.
the whole time.
Thompson.
Yeah,
about. Oh, okay.
you've probably if you saw Johnny Depp like
I've
a
never
picture of
seen it.
him, you
I'll have
would
to
you would
check
know
it
it.
out though.
It's
Fear
probably
and
It's
him.
good.
Loathing.
I don't think I've ever seen the whole thing.
It's a book too. At first it was a book, and it was like a crazy. It's like a crazy psychedelic trip from
Huh.
like California to Vegas, written
Right.
by Hunter S. Thompson.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
Pretty wild. Yeah. But
Dude,
that's like it's over the top, you know.
speaking of Johnny
Yeah.
Depp, have you guys heard about all the shit going on with him? Like with his
No.
so you know how he was married to that he was married to the chick from that new Aquaman movie. The chick with the red hair in that movie?
Which I just watched. Which
Yeah,
was
I
great.
can't remember her name. But anyways, she filed for divorce and said that he was like abusive and all this shit, and it turns out it's the other way around.
Oh
Like
shit.
he was being abused. Like apparently he was drunk throughout the whole filming of the last parts of the Caribbean movie because of it.
What?
Yeah.
She was abusing him.
Yeah.
How did he prove it?
Holy shit,
There
she's
was
really hot.
witnesses, man. They were at a resort or something, and she hit him, and then she like smashed a beer bottle or something on his hand, and it cut off part of his finger.
Jesus Christ, dude.
What?
And then there was a picture some paparazzi got where it looked like she put a cigarette out on his face. And you could tell he's just like super drunk, just like laying there. But there's a cigarette burn mark like right there on his face.
Jesus Christ.
I should be like, yo, it's Johnny Depp.
Yeah. But no, she filed for divorce because I looked into it because I was like, dude, this shit's crazy. Like, I don't really get into like the celebrity drama, but like you never really hear about it being the other way around like that, you know? And so everybody's like on Johnny Depp's side now because all the evidence that's come out. Um,
Damn.
but anyway, she went after him trying to get like all the money he made from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. She wanted like 3 of his houses, 1 of the cars. She wanted like $2,000 a month for clothes, like all this crazy shit. And I don't think she got any
Imagine.
of it because of everything that came out. Don't quote me on that, but I know she didn't get that much, like anywhere near that.
I believe it. I want to see that video.
If that shit's real though,
I don't
like,
know if there's a video. I think they said they had like 31
Oh,
eyewitnesses.
a witness.
When the
Yeah.
cops showed up, you know, they interviewed everybody, and they're like, "Yeah, that bitch crazy."
so her name's Amber Heard, right?
Yeah, that's her name.
I'm just curious to the psychology of like what
I did see the what do they call it? Like a deposition where they like sit you down in front of a camera and like ask you questions and shit, like to get your side of it. Is that what that's
Mhm.
called? I don't know.
Something like that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
But yeah, you can tell she's just like making up a story, and she gets all emotional. Like she totally looks like she's doing
He's
that
trying
thing.
to act.
Yeah, she totally looked like she was doing that thing where she tries to like think of like puppies dying to start crying and shit.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's weird. 'Cause, like, I'm just curious to the psychology that goes in on that because I just looked up her net worth. She's worth $9 million. Okay, so if you have $9 million, if all that stuff you were saying was true, like something's gotta be like whacked up in your head if you want like three
Dude,
houses.
they said she wanted.
What do you want that for? You
She
have
was
$9
going
million.
after him because I guess half of his net worth, right? And so it was
Yeah.
like $95 million she was trying to get, and then also the houses and a Range Rover or something. She was very specific about the car. She's like, I want that specific Range Rover. That one, the blue one.
More. She just wants more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's
She's playing the game of life.
it is human nature. You always want more.
Yeah.
But,
Yep.
like at some point you'd just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna live off the land.
I don't know if it's my
Dude,
internet.
if I had that much
but
money,
every
what,
once
is
in a while
it-
the
is it
cameras are
cracking
like
up?
freezing and shit. I don't know if it's just
What's
because
happening too?
it's not too bad. Like not bad enough to where I'm like, we need to restart it or something. But
Alright,
A
how do you
goddamn
guys-
cable.
I need that fiber optic. All
Yeah.
these low life unemployed people chilling at home watching 4K movies and shit, fucking with my internet.
Yeah,
Seriously.
exactly.
No, so I
These
actually I made a TikTok.
teraflops, bro.
Yeah, the teraflops. I made a TikTok because one of my streams ended early because
You're
the
cutting
internet
out.
went out.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm cutting out now.
Danny.
You hear me?
Uh, uh,
Hello?
uh,
Hello?
uh-oh.
Hello?
Yeah, you're cutting
There
out.
you go.
You hear me?
There you go.
Good.
Yep, it's better now.
What was I
Your
saying?
Yeah.
video's still cutting out.
It just caught up for me. You're good now for me.
Okay. Is it good now, Ankle?
Yeah, kinda.
Kinda.
They heard us talking
That's good now.
shit. They
That's
throttled.
good
They
Yeah, I
now.
know.
throttled us, dude. They heard
just
us talking
like
shit.
It's
shut
good
it
now.
down.
It's good now.
No,
You're good
but
now.
I made a TikTok about how how the stream went or whatever because I actually started a thing, guys. So now people when they're done streaming, like these people that are trying to hit affiliate and stuff, they show their stream stats at the end of every one of their streams. I started that. I think
I
I
think that's
did.
the
Sick.
hardest fucking thing.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I tried to do something different. I was like, look, I just want to be like transparent. Like this shit is hard. Like I wanted to show like how there's ups and downs. It's not just like a straight uphill thing, At least not at first. But
Exactly.
anyways, this TikTok, I commented on how the internet made the stream. I had to cut it short because the internet went out, and somebody from Spectrum, like a tech guy, whispered me on Twitch and was trying to help me fix my internet.
Really?
Yeah,
No
and
shit. That's awesome.
he was telling me that he thinks what happened was at these bigger complexes when somebody gets internet installed, they have to unplug like the main cable to test it before to see if it can handle another line before they hook it up, and that
Yeah.
takes a couple minutes. So that's probably what
Makes
happened.
sense.
But I don't know.
Wow.
It was
Kinda
long
cool,
enough
though.
that I was like, I'm just gonna cut the streams over. I was like, this
Yeah.
shit is not coming back anytime soon. But yeah, Spectrum, man.
That's gotta be frustrating. Well, yeah, and that's the issue
Yeah.
with cable now is that it's just shared between everybody that
Yeah.
you're surrounded by. Whereas in fiber optics, you have your own in and
Yeah.
out.
Being at a house would be
Could you-
way better.
Could you explain
Yeah.
that a little bit more?
So
Yeah, you probably know more,
basically,
yeah.
basically, like the way that the cable works is like you have your big cable that splits. So like basically, my house probably shares the same cable connection as like the people next to me, these people, these people, these people, these people.
Yeah.
And it all goes into one line that then is communicated with everything. Whereas with fiber optics, everybody has their own line that connects. So like basically the data that I'm using is being like split between everybody. Not
For
not
cable.
in a right. So like there's more what's the word? There's more congestion. There's congestion where
Yeah.
as in with fiber
more
optics there's right.
I'm gonna go use the
It's
restroom
weird to
real quick.
explain.
I know.
Okay.
I get the idea. Like, obviously, that was a dumbed down explanation, but yeah, I understand. I kind of
Right.
understand.
Yeah, like it's the cable line, the cable connection is shared between everybody, whereas the fiber optics is your own sole connection.
Okay.
And that's why, so like right when everybody was staying at home, like the servers for like the server communication for like every game, like your ping was super high, or not super high, but like higher than normal. That was only for people that were connected with cable
Okay.
because the cable networks were just getting congested.
Wait. So how? Like, say, um, I'm living in my house. Like, when you were referring to cable, you mean like Comcast, Verizon, like those companies, right? What is fiber optics? Like, is that its own, or Spectre? I don't know. I'm not familiar with that at all. Is that like its own company and you pay internet for that?
So Spectrum is what we use for like cable connection. Frontier has their own like fiber optics, which is FiOS.
Okay.
And I
So
forget what the type of
carries.
cable it is, but it's like a plastic it's something that just allows the data transfer to be much faster. So like it's the actual fiber optic line is made out of like plastic and something else. I forget what. But
Okay.
whereas in like cable is made out of a bunch of metal and copper or something.
Just put it this way, Ankle. The internet in the U.S. is way behind compared to other countries.
Like what
Way
countries?
behind. Like
Horseshit.
I forgot what the fastest country is right now. I think it's like Taiwan or something. Don't quote me on that either, but
Okay.
they have like 100 gigabyte per second speeds that you can pay for and shit. It's
I
ridiculous.
mean, that's obviously because of like economically.
Yeah.
Like
I
that's
mean,
on purpose. You know what I mean?
what do you
It's
mean?
not because of the okay.
All right, we're recording again. So yeah, I didn't hear anything you said after I commented about the internet being bad in the U.S. So I don't know what you said.
We were basically just talking about like the distance compared to like what you're saying, like Taiwan or whatever.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
How it's more vastly produced
Yeah.
and how America's just huge.
Well, I mean, there's certain parts of the
Yeah.
U.S. where you go
Nothing
there and they
too in
still
depth.
have like
That was about it.
what? What'd you say?
Wait, you just cut out. Wait, what
I
happened?
cut out again.
Something weird just happened.
You guys hear me?
No,
This
it
is
was
just
like lag
delayed.
almost.
Lagging.
Yeah, I can hear you. It just
Your voice is coming in after your
Yeah.
God damn
video
it.
feed. So it's like 5 seconds behind.
How about now?
Yep, it's good now.
There you
Good
go.
now? I just
Okay,
turned my
weird.
camera off and on, and it fixes it usually. But
Crazy.
It's better.
man, it's all choppy.
What were we saying though? Forget.
I said there's still parts of the U.S. where you go there and they have like no options for internet. You know,
Danny, fix your internet, bro.
dude, I don't. I can hear you guys fine.
I mean, it's
Maybe,
always, Luke, it's always usually fine, right?
Usually it's fine. Yeah,
yeah. It's because we're talking about America, dude.
probably.
Yeah, dude. You're tapping in, bro.
Dude, that's perfect timing. We should start talking about conspiracies now. Ankle.
Okay, before we get into anything, but like seriously, like TikTok is actually like they record every keystroke you do. They're recording everything.
Yeah, so do
And
like every other app.
okay, not as in depth as TikTok, okay?
Yeah, they do, man.
Let me I can give you anecdotal evidence, which is not as good as whatever the other evidence, empirical, whatever the fuck you call it. Anecdotal, my personal experience. Okay, so I used to stream Crunker, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? I don't know if you guys know that game,
No.
but it's an IO game. It's a browser game, and I used to be like one of the top streamers for it. Like, no big deal. Like, I'm a hotshot. No, I'm just kidding. But I got like 30 to 40 viewers, like consistently. I met the creator in the game and all that shit, and I got a decent amount of viewers. And TikTok has somehow farmed other kids' data who used to watch me and my data, and like somehow, because I used to stream this game a year ago, okay, and
Uh-huh.
put them together, and like I've had at least 20 kids who used to watch me, like have me on their For You page and be like, yo, I used to watch you on Crunker, and like
I think I
I'm
just heard
telling
you
you, like
talking
it's only
about
like
that.
1,000 kids that used to watch me. What are the chances that 1,000 kids out of the entire world, these people have been all over the world, like they're in other countries and shit like that. I showed up on their For You page, and then they're like, "Oh shit, I remember you." Like it's not like I had hundreds of thousands of viewers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Isn't that not weird?
I mean,
It's like
it's
TikTok's taking data from other
It's
companies.
definitely taking data from like the Twitch app and like every single app, and like finding
doing it again.
hashtags, finding literally like comment, like everything. I think, in my opinion, that's what I think.
You guys
But I
can hear
think
me all right, right?
what?
Can you guys can hear me okay?
Yeah, it's just
All
Yeah.
right. Just
yeah, I can
getting
hear. A little
choppy.
laggy.
Um, no, dude, I'm not denying that's a thing. I'm just saying I think that a lot of there's like all the apps are doing that. They just don't disclose it like TikTok has. That's why TikTok is getting so much attention for it. But
Okay,
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying you shouldn't be surprised. Like Facebook got in trouble for that how recently? They actually went to court for that shit.
But I still think it's more intense than most other apps.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
TikTok does a lot of things that a lot of apps haven't done yet. That's why it's successful. You know, they're doing all kinds of crazy
I'm
shit.
Yeah.
They are
What's
doing
Yeah.
the smart shit. They are doing smart shit.
I don't know.
Yeah, like what's mind blowing to me about TikTok is that so like I had an Instagram account for TheHotDogMane,
Mm-hmm.
and I've had it for about a year. And it within that year I've posted like probably 70 or 80 videos to it. And the most viewed video without like promoting it with money was like 200 views. And
Yeah.
that's for strictly Fortnite content. And then TikTok, like I've had videos that will get 2 or 300 views, but like I've also had ones that have gotten 35,000, 40,000 views where like so
Exactly.
they're whatever they're doing to me it's like literally an Instagram designed for video.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's
agree.
exactly what it is. I think that's why
But it's
Instagram's kind of
crazy. It's almost like does it give people a false sense of hope? Like are those views just like
I don't think so
you know what I mean?
because it only gets views if you get engagement. If people have to watch they have to watch 85% of the video or they have to like it, comment a bunch, that's the only way the video gets that many views. So I don't think it's false.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's the
It's
other thing
interesting.
is
Sorry, go
I've
ahead.
had
Talk.
I've had I've had TikTok for 3 weeks now, and I already passed the amount of followers I had on Instagram in a
Mhm.
year.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think that's another big thing. Followers are not prevalent on TikTok at all. I don't think your followers matter at
Yeah,
all.
well, you got to think like besides
Especially-
because if you look at do you have a I think it's called like a TikTok Pro account. Have you
yeah,
seen that?
where you get like the analytics
All
and shit.
it does is let you see your analytics. I'm sure there's some trade-off, but I don't care.
Yeah, they do that on all the
Everybody's got your
platforms.
shit already anyways. So anyways,
Yeah.
the analytics they show you like what percentage came from the For You page and how many people like what percentage were followers. And mine is like it's always like 95% For You and like 5% followers
Exactly.
because most people don't you have to select following to see only stuff from your followers and people just don't do that. So I'm
Yeah,
sure
give it some
Right.
most
time.
of your followers that are seeing your stuff are probably seeing it in their For You because it's the same type of shit that they like all the time, you
Exactly.
know? So, but
Right.
Yeah,
I
because I
definitely get
never
what you
scroll like
mean.
even if
Yeah.
you're on the app, like I don't ever see like just like my family and my friends, like if they actually are on it, like candidly, I like look at them, like they're never on their following. They're always on their For You page.
Yep.
Well, you want
Because
to know
there's
what's
literally an
crazy?
algorithm to like assess yourself and like what you like, and then it fits things to like what you like. Sorry, what are you
You
gonna
know
say?
what I think is crazy is since it's geographically based,
Yeah,
the
that too.
people in your local area have seen you way more than anybody else. I got recognized
Oh,
at a
yeah.
Chipotle the other day, dude.
No, you didn't. You
Yes,
got
I
first
did. I
recognition.
got
Let's go.
recognized at a Chipotle.
Awesome.
This
I
well,
fucking love it.
there was a guy with his girlfriend, and they were behind me in line at the, we're all trying to stay 6 feet apart, and then there's another like geeky looking dude with like his wife and kid over there, and both of these sets of people are like giving me weird looks, and I got a mask on, so I'm like, I don't think they recognize me. And then I come home, and the guy that was with his girlfriend, the ones that were like whispering, he commented on one of my TikToks, my recent ones, was like, "Were you just at Chipotle?" And I was like, I just
Awesome.
commented, I liked it, and then I commented with like the hush emoji. I was like, "Shh, I don't want people knowing where I live."
That's so cool. So he didn't
Yeah,
actually
right?
come up to you, but he just messaged you like, "Were you at Chipotle?"
I'm telling you, man, it's because of the mask. He wasn't sure. I bet you if I wasn't wearing the same
Yeah, you
shirt,
can't tell.
because most of my recent, because I'll post like 4 to 6 TikToks a day, right? At least I try to, and I'll be wearing like the same shirt in all of them, right? And so I was wearing the
Mhm.
same shirt that was in the TikTok that he commented on. So I
Yeah.
think he
Holy
recognized my
shit.
shirt.
Crazy.
And I'm short, so people, right away they're like, "Oh yeah, this guy's short. It's him." I'm 5'3". I'm a short ass dude.
And was your girlfriend with you too?
No,
Because
I
I
was
feel
just by
like
myself.
oh, it's just you.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because that helps narrow it down for somebody.
Yeah, well, she's not
they saw,
in.
like-
She's not in.
Yeah,
Like,
'cause you
she's
got
probably
the
in like a
female.
third of my TikToks. My girlfriend. She's probably in a third of them. Like, people always
That's smart
say
too,
like,
dude.
I've
Putting your
had people
girlfriend in
commented.
your TikTok.
I've had people comment and say you're only famous because you're a girlfriend, and I was like, go look at my page, dude. She's only in a third of them. You know?
No,
Yeah.
that's not true. Trust me, it's not true.
No, I
Yeah,
know
it's
it's
not true at
not,
all.
but I just think it's funny. I'm like, they've seen like probably two or three TikToks, and they just happen to have my girlfriend in them, so they think that she's the reason I have so many followers. She definitely has some of it to
Right.
do with it, because I try to show that like she's
Everyone-
super cool about it. She's supportive and stuff. So
And everyone's
Right.
just interested in that. Like, if I'm like a fan of someone, like I'd be like a little bit interested in about their life, like who they,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. Well, I mean, people
Exactly.
are
Who the
like,
game is a girlfriend.
people are like, girlfriend face reveal, and I'm like, go look at the other TikToks. It's there. I'm not hiding her face.
yeah, exactly.
That's
There,
amazing.
there's one guy. He comments on all my TikToks and tells me to cut my hair. He's like, I'm not
Oh,
gonna tell
man.
you again, man. Cut that hair. And I finally today, I was like, dude, why are you so obsessed with my hair? Is there something you need to tell me? Like,
That's
funny.
I only get like the only thing I get are people just saying that I'm trash at Fortnite.
True.
It's all right. People do
Like-
like. I've had people comment and say like, you're not that good at Call of Duty, but I still support you. And I'm just like, thank you. Like, I don't know if that's a compliment. It's like what do they call it? Negging. Where like you give somebody a compliment, but then like right after it, you kind of like shut them down a
Way,
little
shape,
bit
or
so they don't
form,
feel
like-
too good.
Uh-oh.
You know? That's like what those pickup
Nagging.
artists do.
You're back. You're back.
I'm back.
Neg-
You like cut out for a second.
Oh, what'd you guys hear me say?
Nagging about something.
Yeah.
like a pickup art-
So you know what negging is, right?
nagging, like
Negging? Negging
Nah.
with like an E.
Nah.
So
I'd have to
it's
look.
the reason I heard about it is because my buddy was when I was on the boat. My buddy was like, "Dude, you got to read this book." And we're on like a 3-month deployment, so I had nothing else to do. So I read this book, and it was called "The Game," and it's basically about this guy who paid money to go like out at the clubs with this guy who was basically trying to show him how to pick up women. Right? He's a pickup artist. And that was one of the techniques was negging. You like tell a girl like, "Hey, that dress is nice, but you give them like, but it doesn't go with those shoes, like something like you make them feel good, but then kind of like make them feel like shit at the same time. So they
Yeah, that's what I
want
looked at.
approval from you, but at the same time, like they don't feel like you're being needy or something, So I
Right.
don't know.
They want to be on your
yeah.
level, like they're basically saying, I'm just as good as you, but I'm gonna support you.
It's super
type shit.
manipulative. That's all it is,
Yeah, it is
just
very
being-
manipulating.
It's really shitty
yeah.
to do
I
something
can
like
see how
that.
it works though. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
I dude. I mean, it's.
It's
I'm
like,
sure
oh,
they
thank
use
you,
that.
but also like, let me prove you wrong. Like,
I'm sure they
please
use shit
do
like
go
that in
like that.
interrogations. They probably use shit like that all the time
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
to get you to like trust them and get comfortable or something, but not too
Yeah.
comfortable.
Well, for me, for my viewers, like they love when a shit talker comes to the stream because I just like verbally abuse the person like insanely. And it's part of the reason why I don't want people knowing like where I live or who I am, because like I've had kids literally say that they want to shoot me in real life. Like
I haven't had that yet.
That's
so
my favorite. That's my favorite thing. That's
Although
my
I
favorite
had a
thing about
kid-
Twitch. Sorry,
yeah,
go ahead.
like I
Go
had a
ahead.
kid come into the stream and be like, "You're fucking trash," blah 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 blah. Like like I will beat you at any time, blah blah. And like I just tore the kid apart so bad. He's like, I'm gonna shoot you. He's like, I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna shoot you. He's like, I got my Glock in my hand. I'm gonna find your house.
A
I'm gonna come and shoot
Glock.
you. And I was like, dude. He's like, I got your IP address. I'm coming for you, dude.
Dude, they always say that shit. Like some guy came in and
Yeah.
he kept like the auto mod was catching it, like, do you want to deny or allow this message? And he kept saying like he said I was gonna get raped by a pack of N-words and a bunch of other stuff, and I was just like, hey bro, like you're done, man, like I'm going to ban him. And then he something popped up, and he's like, hey, before I go, I got your IP address, and I was like, whatever, man. I just
Like, dude, no, you don't. No, you don't. No.
They always
Yeah.
got the IP.
But I like that's some of my like most viewed TikToks are me freaking out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
go look at
content,
those.
man. You know what I mean? It's entertaining.
Yeah.
As
Dude.
much as you love like hate trolls sometimes, like they're also like fucking really entertaining. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Of course.
So you said you've been on TikTok for 3 weeks,
Yep.
and so what because I see a lot of your like highlight videos from Fortnite, and then I see every once in a while it'll be like you in real life, and there's hot dogs
Yep.
or something.
Yeah.
So that's pretty funny. I think you would
Yeah.
definitely, if you could turn some of that stuff into like a trending, like kind of tie in a trending topic with that, your shit would blow up, dude. I really do think so. Yeah.
What with like that with the
Just
IRL
you,
stuff or?
all of it. Like you literally just have to use trending hashtags and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like yeah,
I've
there's
been
the
trying with the
algorithm.
hashtags.
Okay, tell me about that, Danny. Because what I do is I go to my For You. So I don't use TikTok as like an actual like thing that I like to watch. I just
Yeah.
go on to it and I like the shit that I want my viewers to like, if that makes sense. Like I make content and then I go on my For You page and only like shit that is like similar to my content. So like gaming, streaming, Valorant, video games, PCs, stuff like that.
That's interesting.
And then I can
I
like
haven't thought about that. I wonder if that does do anything.
yeah, because apparently like the shit that you like on your For You page is the stuff that your content gets promoted to. I mean, I've learned this like a while ago, so it could have changed. So what I do is when I hashtag my stuff, I don't use trending hashtags unless I do a trending video that's similar to it. I just use like hashtags that I like. If I post a Valorant video, I put Valorant, Twitch streamer, Twitch.tv, stuff like that.
Yeah.
That'd just be appropriate to like what the video is putting those trending hashtags, even if it's not like could like like similar to the video that you're putting on. You know what I mean? Like some of the trending hashtags is like summer for you or some bullshit like
Yeah.
that.
So
Like, is it good to put it on your video that has nothing to do with it?
So hot dog, I don't. The reason he's asking is because I just made a video, like I posted it on YouTube, how to get more engagement, because I posted my first TikTok. It was a Valorant highlight back in like April, and it got like 100 views or something. And then so I was like, well, I don't, you know what I mean? I was like, that didn't really do what I thought it would. And then I waited like a month, and sometime during that month, I just went down the rabbit hole of like the TikTok algorithm and stuff and started posting again, and then like within like a 2 month period, here I am where I am now. So it's pretty crazy, the growth. And I'm still experimenting. I mean, my growth is kind of slowed down a little bit, but it's still on an uptrend. um there's definitely days where like I get lazy and I don't work as hard on the posts I make, and it shows,
Of course.
like
Yeah.
like the last 2 days I haven't gotten more than 10,000 views on any of my videos. But then I posted that one this morning, and that one's almost at 20,000.
Danny didn't get to.
No, no, no.
No,
I don't. I
I'm
just
just
mean
fucking.
like,
No, I know what you mean. I pay attention to
yeah,
that shit all the time.
yeah.
No
You're
matter how
like, well,
much you.
shit. I have, you're like, I have 20,000 views or followers. I should get, like 20,000 views, but it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
You know?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
A lot of it is like correlating to like what content you make, but a lot of it is just luck. Like I've posted a video, I got 2,000 or 200 views, and then I reposted it, I got 400,000 views on one video. A lot of it is
That's
luck.
exactly what I was gonna say too. Like my most viewed video, the first time I posted it, and this might not be just luck, but I had like a different caption on the actual video, like
Yeah.
what I'm actually saying. I had a different caption on the video the first time I posted it, and it got 5 views with this with the same hashtags. And then I changed the caption on the video and added like a, triple extension song to it or whatever, and it now is at like 45,000 views.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Same exact
How it
clip.
works.
I definitely I haven't looked into it, but I definitely think that less captions and stuff is better. Like the less words you put on the screen, the better, because people don't want to read that shit. You know, they want to
But
just
you
scroll
Right.
through.
Oh, you
physically
think?
or like in like your
I'm
description,
not
like where
sorry,
you're
not the
typing?
caption, but the actual like in the video. You know how you can like put words on there and stuff, different
Yeah.
colors and all
Yeah.
that shit. Yeah, I think using too much of that, people just they're like, ugh, you know, they're just too much reading. Because I posted a
I do.
video where it was, um, you might have seen it, Ankle. I posted one where it was I was on top of a building. My girlfriend's like parachuting down because she just came from the gulag, and there was two helicopters on me, two separate guys in helicopters. And so
Mhm.
I'm like shooting at this guy, and it's all crazy, and the helicopter blows up and all this shit. I posted it once with like I put what my girlfriend was saying because you can barely hear, and she's like, "Oh, like you know, it was funny." She was new to the game, so she was saying a bunch of silly stuff. And then that did terribly. I posted it again without the words, and it blew up. Like it got like 100,000
Really?
views. Yeah,
Okay, I disagree with what you're saying. Just playing devil's advocate. I think subtitling any kind of video, especially in video games, helps the content. I think that was just a fluke.
I think it depends, because you can
Oh yeah,
hear
it
if you
does.
pay
So,
attention. You know what I mean? Like if you're
Yeah,
really paying
it
attention,
does.
you can hear everything she's saying. But I
I
think it
thought
was
you
because
meant.
she was talking fast, so it was just like I kept posting, you know, exactly what she's saying, and I think it was just too much. You know?
Oh, okay. So she was
Yeah,
talking too
yeah.
much as like the reading was like almost
yeah.
overwhelming. It's like
Not
not.
overwhelming, but
Right.
it was like you know, it was a 30-second video, and for the whole thing, you know, it's like words keep popping up. It's like I don't know. I think it depends. It just
Yeah,
depends on
right.
how well whether it really needs subtitles or not. Because it's not like
Right.
Yeah.
Like I
because
think
you
a
know how
short summary of what the video is helps.
in the
What do you
caption,
mean?
or do you mean like
Yeah,
it
like
just a
so for instance, I'll be like, imagine this happening to you in a tournament.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
And
that
that gives the
definitely
person
helps.
like a
100%.
they're like, ooh, what's gonna happen? And then by the end of the video they see what happens, you know?
So
I
there's
think that's the biggest thing for things to go viral. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
so
Sorry,
yeah,
go
they
ahead,
call it
man.
a hook. So like you have like 2 seconds to hook somebody in. Is
Right.
basically what they say. And then after that hook, and I'm lazy about this because it's a lot of work. Like you shouldn't be spending like an hour making a TikTok. That's defeats the whole purpose. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be a quick thing.
Yeah, it's supposed to be quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're basically like the longer the video is, the more you have to hook them over and over again. So like every 2 seconds, you have to have something exciting happen again, or else people just they're like, oh, okay, cool, double tap and just keep going. And then if you don't get
Oh
that
yeah, 100%.
85% view time, it doesn't matter as much, you know.
Right.
So what you want is
Yeah,
you want a lot
that's
of engagement, which when I mean engagement, I mean likes, comments, shares. You want a lot of that, and you want to get at least 85% view time because the algorithm is like, okay, they're watching like the whole video, you know.
right.
So the shorter the
Yeah.
video, the easier it is to go viral.
Keep that hook. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, and then like you said, it has to have that like equal like it's got to have that median. You know what I mean? It can't be like a like 4 second video.
Yeah.
It's got to be
Right.
a little bit longer. You know what I mean?
And then back to the hashtags thing. So right now, the information that I've seen is currently you want to be using two they call it like niche hashtags. So like if you're playing Valorant, you want to put like hashtag Twitch, hashtag gaming, or hashtag gaming, hashtag Valorant, and then you want to do one or two trending hashtags. So you want to try to tie in something to a trend. So like I've been posting a lot lately. There's two trending hashtags: summer project and summer vlog. So if it's a real life one, I'll put summer vlog, and if it's like a gaming one, I'll put summer project, and that seems to
Yeah, I know
help.
what you mean.
Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah, I
that stuff
just I
helps.
just save all my description space for hashtags and I just load it up.
That's
Like
why I
all
do.
So
I don't
100.
know if it's good or not. Like,
see
Yeah.
what I've read is that you want to have like how your title, like imagine this happened to you in a tournament, and then you want to have
Right.
you want to comment on whatever like the end of the video or something. Like there was one video I made where it was me getting like a crazy like little cluster of kills, and then right at the end of it, I shot an ammo box that was like 15 feet away from me, and it downed me. So that was the end of the video, was me basically killing myself by accident. So I put like the end is the best part, and that one got lots of views because people waited to
Right.
see what I was talking about. So you got to
yeah,
use the
Right.
caption too. It definitely helps.
Yeah.
oh, the caption
Yeah.
definitely
I
does.
use it. I use it if it makes sense. Like
Yeah.
Like I put like for the one where it was like, imagine this happening to you. I put like, I would be pissed in the
Yeah,
caption
yeah,
part.
no, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good because then people are
Yeah.
like, "Huh, what is he pissed about?" You know,
Right.
because they see it.
Right.
The other thing is, if you put too much in the caption, it starts to cover up too much of the video, and people won't watch it. So there's definitely
Right.
a balance.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nah, dude, I
And
totally nerd out about this stuff.
I guarantee TikTok will see, like, if you keep using the same hashtags over and over again, they'll almost like not shadow ban you, but I guarantee they have something in the algorithm that, like, say you just keep copy and pasting the same hashtags. Like, I know on Instagram they don't like that.
I think if
Right.
you keep
Same
posting
hashtag.
stuff with like hashtags that are totally unrelated to the content, I think that definitely would hurt you.
Yeah,
You know.
too.
You won't get likes. You get like people commenting like, "Why the
Yeah.
fuck am I here?" You know.
Yeah.
Exactly. Look at my
Yeah.
ear.
Dude, I don't know though, man. I definitely have started to like duet more. I like to do at least a duet a day now because I think it
Yeah,
the idea that you can
Hilarious.
basically make a video with somebody who doesn't know you and they have millions of followers. That's like a free fucking video, dude. You could do you
Yep.
could duet Will Smith. There's no you can't like go up to Will Smith in real life and make a video with him, but you can on TikTok.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's
It's
crazy.
easy, free content.
I was literally gonna make a fake duet.
Turn out good.
What do you mean a
Wait,
fake
Like-
duet?
What do you mean by that?
Like have you ever heard of Kitty Plays?
Yes, I know what Kitty Plays is. on
So
Twitch.
I played a game with her yesterday. Like
No,
it was
you
a
didn't.
random
It was
yeah,
random.
it was random and I got into her game and I was like, Kitty Plays, and I just played it off like I didn't know who she was.
Yeah.
But I made her laugh like a shit ton. So I wanted to like I filmed her like I went into her VOD and recorded it all and I was gonna do like a side to side like fake duet.
Yeah, dude, that'd be really cool. Did you actually do
Yeah.
it?
I've been thinking about it in my head, but
No, don't think about it. Fucking do it, dude.
Have you
Yeah.
guys had
That's a good
Ankle,
idea.
you've definitely had this. People start duetting you, right? Once you start
Right.
getting like a following.
Okay, well-
That's super weird.
I'm not gonna like brag, but like, do you guys know Carter PCs?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
duetted you?
He duetted me 4 times. 4 times, just saying.
That's
Hey.
impressive.
The first time he duetted me, it got 1.3 million views. He didn't tag me. I was just like
Wow.
doing like fake beef. I was like, Carter PCs has a pre-built. I know him in real life. Because he's like a whole tech guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was funny. He's a
That's
cool guy
awesome.
though. He's really cool.
So you can duet someone and it doesn't notify them that you duetted them?
No, it does.
No,
It doesn't. It shows up in
It
their
doesn't-
notifications, but it doesn't show up like as special on your phone notifications.
Okay.
Yeah. It'll only notify them. So like, you know, when you duet someone and it already pre-puts like their name in the description, if you delete
Right.
that description, it won't notify them.
Ah,
If you
okay.
keep it there, it'll act like as if
Yeah,
it's
I never
tagged.
delete that.
Yeah, I never
but-
deleted either.
Most of the duets that I've noticed is because people start tagging me in the comments. That's
Yeah.
how I notice. Is because all of a sudden I'm like, it's like so and so
Yeah.
tagged you in this post, and it's like, what the fuck? You go look, and it's
easy
like
to see
somebody.
if you keep getting a lot of likes.
Yeah, I get a lot of people tagging me in like their first time streaming because they're like, oh, you inspired me, and I'm like, oh, that's cool, you know. So I'll
Yeah.
comment and be like, keep it up, you know, try to be nice and everything.
Right.
There's only one person that I felt was worthy of duetting, and it was because he said if I went into his Twitch stream, that he would dump a thing of water on his head. So he did it, and then he made a TikTok out of it. So I duetted him, and I like saluted him, and then dumped water on my head. You know.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think I saw that.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
But I don't know. I think
That's
it's fun to mess around with that stuff. I think people like seeing, you know, that even though you have however many followers, you still interact. You know, it's a big deal. Makes
Yeah.
people like you more.
I think interaction is the key.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Oh, yeah,
especially in the Fortnite community where it's like a lot of younger kids, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's kind
I
of
think the whole gaming community in general.
Yeah. I mean, the idea that, you know, you can play with this person if you really wanted to, you know, that's,
Yep.
I think it's
Yep.
part of a lot of it.
How long?
Yeah.
How long what?
Sorry, I was gonna ask Hot Dog how long he's been streaming for.
So I started in November of last year, and basically did it like whenever I could. I was still like working full time basically.
Yeah.
And
so it's
then
like a side little thing.
and then once Corona hit, I started just doing it all the time.
Yeah, I started
So.
back in 2017, but for like the first 2 years, nobody watched me.
Oh snap!
Yeah, so like I
Crazy.
saw my, I think I talked about it last episode, but I saw on Instagram. I went to post something and I saw one of my old posts and it was from May 22nd. It said I had 53 followers on May 22nd. And now I've got, I think I just hit 8,000. So
Crazy.
in like just over 2 months. That's crazy. Yeah. Like I
Yeah, 8,000 on Twitch.
yeah.
Wow. Yeah,
That's
I
okay.
mean,
Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What?
yeah, like my name was different before the hot dog skin came out in Fortnite,
Oh, that's interesting.
and I started wearing it all the time, and someone started calling me the hot dog man all the time,
So you just
and so I went with it, and that is what changed. Like I had like 100 followers before that, and I changed it, and it just like anytime someone saw my name in Fortnite, they like looked it up. So
dude, it's still blowing my mind that we played Valorant together and I didn't even know it. Like I don't remember
yeah,
that. It feels like so long ago.
you came and followed me, and
Probably
and
said
then
hi
I
or
think I just
something.
followed you
Yeah.
back. Yeah. We were like playing together with Wes. Like I don't know how you met Wes, but we yeah, like we were literally like every match we played, we were like queuing up together.
Dude, to be honest, but before I really, I guess around like right when I got out, like because I got out of the military officially on the 15th, but I had like 47 days of leave saved up, so I was still in the military but not having to go to work for a month and a half, and so that's when I really started to care about the streaming more, and I think I watched some YouTube videos and they were like, "Oh, to make affiliate, like you should go to other streamers and be like, "Hey, like you're trying to make affiliate too. Let's both help each other out." And so I did that where I would go into people's streams and be like, "Hey, what's up?" Like hang out every once in a while and then be like, "Hey, you mind hitting me with a follow too?" We're both trying to make affiliate. I think that's what me and you did.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
That's
that's
definitely
weird.
what happened.
I know what you mean. I've done that before. I followed you, hot dog. You're the hot. It's the same thing as on
Yeah, the hot dog
here.
man.
The
Yep.
hot dog. Yeah, I got
Yep.
you the follow.
Hell yeah. On
Yeah,
Twitch?
no.
Yeah, on Twitch.
We
Hell yeah.
definitely, the three of us got to play something together for sure.
I'd be down whatever, man.
Yeah. Whatever. I
Yeah,
try to
for
play
sure.
Valorant with you lately, and now you're telling me I'm not good enough.
Okay, I was
Whatever,
fucking
dude.
around.
I know you were, but the viewers are like, "Damn!" Like somebody commented, like, "Oh, damn, I'm not that good either." But he plays with me, and I'm just like,
Okay, I am dog. I'm dog shit at the game. I was just kidding when I said
I'm
that.
one placement match away from my rank, so we'll see how dog shit I really am.
Oh, we'll get ranked.
Yeah.
What rank are you, hot dog?
Dude, I haven't played Valorant since it was
In beta.
in beta, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
just got back into it.
But
I
like
just really like it because it's like I really like it because it's just a team-oriented game. I love playing with like a bunch of friends
I
and being
think
competitive
I
about
think
it.
if it was any more cartoony than it is, I wouldn't be interested. No offense.
What does it
but
matter about the graphics? Like,
I just, dude,
don't
I
you
don't
like it?
know, man. I don't like staring at something that looks like super fake. Like at least Valorant feels like it could be real life a little bit. I don't know if that's
So you're
just a
just
weird
dogging
thing
on.
that.
You're
No,
just
no, no,
dogging on
no.
Fortnite right now. You're just dogging
Okay,
on
wait.
Fortnite.
I respect Fortnite. I get why it's so big. I just don't enjoy playing it.
Okay, why
Like
is
I
it so
suck at
big?
it. I
Tell
don't
me
know
why it's so big.
why is Fortnite
Tell me
so
why.
big.
Yeah.
First off, it was one of the first like free to play battle royales.
Mm-hmm.
It pertains to obviously a bigger audience because it can also include children. Because like Call of
Yeah.
Duty Battle Royale, you're supposed to be 17 to be able to play that. Fortnite, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
I disagree with that slightly. I would say go with like it's playable on a bunch of different devices.
Well, that
You
too. But
really
when it
think
first
like it's
started, it was
stopping like
just wasn't it just PC when it first started, or am I wrong?
no? I think it was
console.
console and PC.
Console and
Yeah.
PC.
Somewhere
And
around there.
was it cross-platform? Is it cross-platform?
Oh yeah.
It was one of the
Yeah, it's
first
cross-platform
cross-platform
to everything.
games, I think
Yep.
too. There's a lot of
That's awesome.
Yep.
factors, man. I think it was just like everything coming together, and it just blew up. And then I mean, it really blew up because of
Yeah.
Ninja, because Ninja played with Drake or something, right? And then it kind of just blew up
Yep.
even more after that.
I agree.
Yep.
I agree.
But I gave
I
it an
think
honest try, man. I think it's the building thing. I just can't get into it. Like I hated sneaking up on people and then like going to shoot them and they just build a house. I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, what do I? You know what I mean? Like, it's frustrating. I'm sure if I played it more and got used to it and actually learned how to play it well, I would enjoy it more. But there's too many games.
The skill gap in the game is like
Yeah,
enormous. Like you
that's
can
literally what I was about to say.
yeah, you can think you're good, but like there's some dude that will just destroy you.
yeah.
And I
So
think that's what hooks you, because I've been playing League of Legends. All right, I don't know if you guys play League of Legends for the
I know
past
what it
7
is,
years
but
of
I
my
don't
life.
play it. I've
I've been
actually
playing it.
you're the only person I've watched play League of Legends, by the way, just so you know.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. But I've been
I've
playing it for like
watched it before.
7 years, and I'm not saying it's like Fortnite, but it's a game where you can consistently there's so many minuscule things that you can consistently progress in, that over the 7 years that I've been playing it, I've always learned something new every time I played it. And I think
Yep.
Fortnite has the same appeal to it, where like you can always progress and get better at that game. And I think that's what hooks people in. And I think that's why it's gotten so big, but also keep its community at the same time. Because like think about like PUBG, it's pretty much the same game without building. Like all of us could potentially kill a pro player in PUBG, right? But in Fortnite, I think it's a different, like what you were saying, Hot Dog. There's such a big skill gap, is that like we could not kill a pro player in Fortnite. Like I don't care what you say, it would have to be like the stars fucking aligned and like everything went perfectly for us to kill a pro, because there is so many barriers and so many things that you're better at in that game with
Yep.
building and just obviously aim, but I think mostly building, that you can really differentiate yourself, or however you say the word differentiate.
You know what else I think has a lot to
You
do
know what
with?
I'm saying though? Does that make sense?
I
Of
think it's
course.
also
Yeah, of
entertaining
course.
to watch. I think Fortnite is entertaining to
Oh
watch
yeah,
too.
100%.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think it also blew up because of I think it definitely has something to do with how big Twitch is now. 100%.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah,
And
a lot.
also their their item shop and the way you buy things in that game is the reason why they were able to have a Fortnite World Cup where they literally had $30 million in prize money. Like
Yeah,
the
and that's smart
the
as
first
shit.
place the first place winner in solos at the World Cup won 3 mil, which is like
Yeah,
Jesus.
nuts. And
and
my
it was
my
like
buddy's little brother won $345,000 playing in the World Cup.
no shit, really.
I
What's his name?
Yeah,
so that's why
Can I
Ninja's
look him
on
up?
Phase
ESPN
Dubs.
magazine, huh? That's crazy. I didn't know that. I really didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah. His name's Phase Dubs. He's actually from they're from Doylestown.
Oh,
What? That's
Yeah,
literally
and
what, like
I've
30
heard of
the
minutes away
Doylestown.
from me.
and
What?
the
Yeah.
dude Booga, the dude that won the 3 mil, he's from Ben Salem.
What the fuck? Wait, what?
Yeah,
I don't know where that is.
yeah,
Dude.
Um,
or not
Phase
not
Dubs
the
has
it's somewhere around
300K.
there.
So I
dude,
could go
Ankle,
meet these guys
what's
right
going
now.
on with this man? Our voices
Yep,
keep
That's what I really
cracking
wanted to
randomly.
do.
yep.
You could text them for me and be like, yo.
I literally could.
Well, that's insane, dude. That is
It
so
froze.
cool. Yeah,
There it
Phase
goes.
Dubs has 300K subscribers on YouTube.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it's freezing up.
Yeah, he blew up. He slipped up and said the N word by accident on stream and got banned on Twitch for a while. But
Phase Dubs
he's
did.
yeah, he's 16. You know, he wasn't even streaming. His buddy was streaming, and he slipped up and dropped a hard R, and he learned. He
Jeez,
learned.
that sucks.
Yeah, yeah.
That should
But he's all
happen,
good
though,
now.
you know.
Yeah,
Wait, what'd
16
you
years
say?
old. Like,
You say it happens?
when
But
you're
yeah,
younger, you
fucking
say stupid shit.
Well,
yeah,
yeah, I
I mean,
get
yeah.
that. I feel
Yeah.
like the reason why it's such a big deal is because people know that if you slip up and say that word, that must mean that you say it all the time when you're not on camera, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
I think that's why it's such a damning thing.
Yep. He definitely learned from it. That's for sure. He almost lost
I
everything.
hope so. Yeah, somebody that
Yeah.
big.
Crazy. But yeah.
Well, how long have we been talking? I don't know because well, I
We
don't. I
started
didn't see
around
what time we.
6.
Yeah,
We
but
started
it took
around
me a while
six,
to get
probably
it started
15
up.
because it took a
6:15 probably,
6:15. So it's almost been over 2
or
hours. 2 hours and probably like 10
3:15 my
minutes.
time. Yeah. So yeah, I can go for a little bit longer. If you guys want? I mean, I feel like
Yeah.
it's crazy how time flies when we're just talking. I like
Yeah, I
having
mean,
3 people,
Yeah.
by the way. I think it's good.
I think it does help
Definitely.
a lot.
Yeah.
I think any
Um.
more than there would be talking over a
Yeah, I think
lot.
Yeah.
But
anything more than 4 would be too much because you can get up to 10 people in here. But I feel like the
that'd be
internet would
nuts.
just be overwhelmed by that.
Yep.
I mean, mine's having a hard time with 3. But I mean, you guys want to talk about conspiracies at all?
Yeah. Yes, please.
I know I've been
Do
itching to
it.
talk about some stuff because of the news, but
Do it. Give me something. Give me something.
give you something? Well, I mean,
Yeah, give me something.
you guys have you guys seen the whole thing about the Pentagon basically saying that
No, I have.
they're gonna release the knowledge that they have about aliens to the public now? At least they say they are.
No.
The task force that
Sick.
didn't exist now officially
I
exists.
seen something. I think I seen a little article like about they like released some video of some like unidentified shit.
Well,
Like
yeah, there was that. So the
That was
Navy
like 10 months
declassified
ago,
that.
right?
Yeah, the Navy declassified it, and then the Pentagon declassified it. So everybody's like, oh, like if the Pentagon's declassifying it, what else are they gonna talk about? And they basically, I think some guy who no longer works for the task force, he said that we have off-world vehicles, like we've found UFOs, like that crashed or something. So, but the thing is people are
Of
like,
course
what
they
is he
did.
talking about? Is he talking about Roswell? Whatever. I don't.
Yeah.
Roswell's a weird one. I don't know how much you get into the conspiracies, hot dog.
Okay, Roswell's legit. I don't care what you say. Roswell's
So you
legit.
think it's legit? I think it is
Yeah,
too.
we
I
can move
just
on.
don't.
Roswell's legit. We can move on.
Yeah.
I'm
We don't.
just kidding.
We
Sorry.
don't. No, we don't have to get too much into that. It's not. Roswell's a weird one. Just because
It is a weird one.
it's a lot of people saying one thing, and then the government saying this, and then some people also saying, you guys are crazy. Because in the 50s that was a new thing. People didn't talk about aliens like it was the norm back then.
Well, okay, wait, not to get off topic, but if you did you ever see the this is just really quick blurb. I don't want
It
to go
doesn't have to
like
be
in
quick.
deep into this. Uh on Joe Rogan's podcast, I think they talked about it with some girl and they said they literally her theory was that for the Roswell evidence or what happened with the Roswell whole shit that went down was they took like autistic or like Down syndrome kids and they literally like biologically like change them, they like skin them or something.
What the
And
fuck?
I'm not even kidding. This was on Joe Rogan. You have to. I don't know what her
Yeah, I'm
name
surprised
was,
I never heard this because I'm big into Joe Rogan.
but she was saying that like when the aircrafts crashed, like citizens were saying like these were like people who looked fucked up, like they were like biologically like deformed in some way. I'm not saying just a Down syndrome kid, like they
No,
like
I think I
skinned
heard the
them
same thing.
alive,
Yeah,
or like they did experiments on these
I
children
mean,
and then made them
dude, I'm
crash. But
not.
I don't really believe that, but
It's not
that
that
I
far
just don't
fetched
really
because I
say.
mean the Nazis. Because when did Roswell happen? Like, I don't even know what year. I know it was the 50s, right?
Yeah, they called I don't know when, but
I
I know
mean
you're
the
talking about the Nazis,
Yeah,
the
the
death of
Nazis were
angels or
totally
whatever.
splicing people with like animals and shit. They were experimenting like crazy. So I mean, it's not that far fetched to think that our government was doing shit like that too.
Yeah, they called that
oh
guy
yeah.
like the angel of death, I think, right?
The guy who did it, like the head of the
Yeah, the
experiments,
scientist who
yeah.
was like taking twins and
Dude,
like
that
sewing
guy
them
got
together.
away,
Like
man.
The Slayer
I
song
don't
about it.
I don't
That
even
guy lived a long life too. That guy got away. I was gonna talk about this too, but because I was talking to somebody about that Hunting Hitler show, and then
mm-hmm.
I just went down the rabbit hole after that because I had to go look stuff up because he was like, yeah, dude, look it up, this and that. So I found. Well, I mean, I read. I'm not gonna be able to cite every source, but
I know
basically
this is all just
yeah,
speculation.
the was it the MI6 admitted that they had been looking for Hitler in the 50s. Like they thought he was
Mm-hmm.
still alive. And then
Yeah.
they tested because they said that they found Hitler's body all burnt up and like deformed and shit because they were bombing everything when he killed himself. They said, and they said all that was left was like his teeth, part of his skull, and like a couple other bones, but they pretty much got rid of everything except the skull. And they tested that skull back in I think 2009 is what I read, and it turned out to be a woman's.
So they still think he
Well, I mean the
not if he's alive, but like he could have been out there, or if he is still alive, then he's a fucking he's old as fuck. I
well
mean,
they talked to they caught some Nazi officer pilot, right, and they were trying him for war crimes, and he admitted to flying Hitler to some or picking him up at a U-boat dock in some other country and then flying him to South America. Or yeah, I think it was either South America or Central America. I can't remember. But anyways, this, like, why would he admit to more crimes when he's being tried for crimes without it being legitimate? You know,
that's the first thing I'd question is be like, what's the motive? You know what I mean?
exactly. Like, why would the
Even
guy
if you are
dig him
lying,
deeper?
like, what's the
Yeah,
motive to lie?
'cause I mean, if I was the officer or police officer or whatever questioning that guy, I would be like, you helped Hitler get away? Like, I'd be
Yeah, it's
so
like, why
fucking
would
pissed,
you
you know?
admit to that?
Yeah.
Like, that's weird.
So
Yeah.
but yeah, he says that Hitler looked different. He says that he had to have had like what do they call it? Like cosmetic surgery to look different. Like
See that?
yeah, like they're saying that he literally made himself look different so he could escape. Like he had surgery
I could
done.
see that.
So, and I mean he had the
That's
people
crazy.
to do it. So, but yeah, if you
I hired the angel of death.
Yeah. The
He's like,
there's
yo, angel of death, hook me up.
yeah, hook it up, brother.
Hook me up, yo.
Make me look
Take
different.
off my nose or some shit.
Yeah. Can you imagine he just like
know.
totally fucks it up, makes him look like a pig person or something? He's like, "What the fuck, man?" He's like, "Sorry, man, I ain't got time to fix it. They're coming." Like, fuck. He's like running around Argentina looking like a pig person.
Looks like Voldemort, just like
no nose.
I need to look into that though, because that is
Dude, there's a show
crazy shit.
called Hunting Hitler.
Yeah, I know. I've
and
heard
they
about
like
it.
they went to Argentina, and there's all these German speaking people in a country where there shouldn't be because all of them fled there and had kids. And so there's just like
Yeah.
a German community there.
I
Crazy.
have talked to people a lot of people like that. I just feel like with any conspiracy theory, I just think, first of all, when someone says conspiracy theory, I feel like there's just a negative connotation. It's like, this guy's just a fucking wacko job. He's just like on YouTube searching. You know what I mean?
Dude, I
But I
mean,
feel like you gotta have an open mind with that shit because,
Yeah.
like,
there's
there's a lot
conspiracy
of
theories
stuff
that
out
have turned
there.
out to be right, you know? Like
Yeah, you gotta
the shit
you
with
gotta just
Kennedy,
really.
how like he like faked that a boat was bombed to like, you know.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, there's all
100%.
kinds of shit. It seems like our country is pretty notorious for taking advantage of events to start wars or get involved in stuff that they want to
Exactly.
for, you know, economic gain or something. Especially like 9/11, you know. That was
Yeah.
an opportunity to go after oil because Saddam Hussein controlled like what some crazy amount of the world's oil at one point, and I think we were just
So
like, oh hell no, that's not cool, you know.
you're like
I think
a steel beams aren't melt by jet
yeah,
beams.
I mean,
kinda guy?
I told you before that I'm not a building engineer. I don't know about that
No.
stuff. I just think that it was all about money.
Nah, I completely agree. I've looked into that stuff a lot.
What about you,
I
Hot
agree with
Dog?
you.
You into conspiracy theories?
Logan? Yeah, I mean, I always think that like anything is possible, you know, like especially aliens and I mean 9/11, I'm at the point it's like who's to say who's right, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's definitely
That's
9/11 was a
that's
shit
my
show.
view. Yeah, yeah. But like and like as far as like alien like yeah, I believe Tupac's alive, dude. Like
Oh, you
like
do?
yeah,
I
like
haven't looked into that one.
I don't know
I
about
believe
that.
that
What is
I
that? What is
I believe
Tupac?
that and I mean there's been like multiple like sightings of Tupac like in like you know getaway vacation areas and stuff
Wait, I don't
like
even know anything about that. Like what happened to Tupac?
Well,
I'm
they
not
they
like
say he got shot, right?
Tupac got shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a war
drive-by.
between him and Biggie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was a sighting of him afterwards, a couple times.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, isn't that
Like
the joke?
Tupac supposedly is like, and then they made a hologram Tupac. Like,
Isn't the joke that like Elvis, Tupac, and some other big musician are all living
are
together on an
chilling.
island or some shit? Yeah, with fishing
Yeah,
poles.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, who's to say they're not? Like, who's gonna like actually
Exactly.
prove it? You know, like who's to say
Yeah.
we're not in a fishbowl right now, like in some giant's room? You know.
Dude, you know
Exactly.
what? I after our last conversation in the other episode, Ankle. Is it okay if I call you Ankle?
Hey, you can call me whatever you want, man. You can call me
I
Dick
can.
Face.
I'm not
Whatever
gonna
you
call
want
you
to call
Dickface.
me, man. You
I
can
can
call
call
me
you by your real
Dipshit.
name if you want.
No, you can call me Ankle. I like it.
Okay. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh, so I did like a deep dive on all those theories we talked about. Remember I
Yeah,
said
what were we talking about? I
so
forget.
there was one theory I talked about, but I couldn't remember the name of it. But it's called the Galactic Zoo theory, and it's a theory that like Earth is looked at by aliens as like a zoo. Like they stop by to like, oh, look at the humans, but they're not supposed to contact us or mess with us or feed us,
Mhm.
like a zoo. Or you're not supposed to fuck with the animals, but you can look at them.
Yeah.
So I could see how some aliens would come here to check stuff out on vacation and accidentally crash. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
Um, yeah, there's
definitely.
that theory, which that one's scary because then it's like, oh, nobody wants anything to do with us except to kind of like watch us in amusement.
Yeah, but it's also like I don't think it's that scary because we do the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Like with Animal Planet,
But
like we
I'm
literally
saying
walk
like
around.
the idea that aliens would look at us like animals, like we're not even worthy for like contacting. That's
Like
scary.
We
we're like their test.
Yeah.
That's like Elon Musk's theory, kind of, right?
Yeah,
Like,
Elon
doesn't he
Musk
have
has all
a
kinds of
theory?
theories. He has theories that they don't even send
Yeah,
aliens here. They send like robots because we're not even worth sending real people to check out. Like
yeah,
artificial
and like,
intelligence.
yeah, and he's got some like layers of like, there's worlds in our world. Like,
Yeah,
there's
different
there's a
dimensions.
there's a world on my iPhone that is just as complex as our world, but it's too small to know. You know,
yeah, I know
shit
what you
like
mean.
that. Yeah,
That shit makes my brain hurt when he talks about stuff like that.
yeah.
I'm too stupid.
Okay, ready? This is what I believe. Ready?
But
Um, see if you guys can understand this. No one. I always talk about this. I'm a teensy bit drunk right now. Like I could drive right now, but like I wouldn't. But like I could. And I always talk about
Yes.
this shit when I'm drunk. So this is how I believe This is how I believe our universe is and how it is, and see if you can get it with me. So we are our physical body is in this realm, right? This reality, and our physical body has taste, touch, hear, smell. What else?
right, this the
The
is it
six
five
senses or
senses?
five senses, whatever
Yeah.
the fuck it is. So our consciousness is connected to our physical body. So our physical body is within this realm, this reality, and it's decoding information within this reality, right? And our consciousness is not perceivable to like humans in this reality. And when I say perceivable or like decodable, I mean like we can't decode consciousness in this reality because it's like bound to our physical body, if that makes sense. Like our consciousness is on a different level, right? So like we can't hear, we can't touch, we can't see, we can't smell, we can't any of those our consciousness, but we know it's real. We know consciousness is real, but we can't do any of those things. We can't see it, imagine it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right?
Body's a host.
Yeah. So like our body's a host. So
Yeah.
what I'm saying is when I say simulation, I mean like I'm not talking about like we're in a giant computer, or maybe we are, but I'm saying simulation as in like our reality is no different to how our computers that we're using right now is decoding their reality. So let me try to get this analogy right. So like I just said, our physical bodies are decoding this reality, right? So how are our computers transmitting data, right? Like decoding information. They're using radio waves, right? So to a computer, radio waves are their reality. To us as humans, we don't have any senses on our body to decode radio waves. We know they're there because we have the technology to
Detect them.
detect them, but we
Right.
don't actually know in this physical body that radio waves exist. And that's how
Right.
I think everything that like people have experienced, like seeing ghosts or spirits or whatever you want to call it, or fourth dimensional beings, or like shit that like is crazy and like out of this world and we don't have like footage of it and stuff like that. I think how it's actually happening is things are almost coming into our reality for us to decode it. Like say someone sees a ghost, for example,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, "Oh, you didn't see a ghost. Like it's just an illusion or something like that." I think what's actually happening is some kind of being is like passing through our layer of like that like our physical body can decode. Does that make sense? And then going away.
Yeah, I get
Does
what
that
you're
make
saying.
sense?
That's an
Yeah.
interesting idea.
It's
And
almost
that's how
like they're in a different dimension and they're like messing with your dimension.
yeah, and that's kind of how I think our entire reality works. And then there's one more thing I want to explain before I'm done. So I've had multiple experience with friends, not me personally, but I've researched this a little bit, something called DMT. So DMT, ayahuasca, they're the same thing. You make
Yeah.
DMT into ayahuasca and you just, DMT, I think you usually smoke it, and then
Yeah, I
ayahuasca, you
watched
drink.
my old roommate smoke it. It was crazy.
Yeah. And ayahuasca is originated from DMT, but usually drink it and it lasts
Yeah.
longer. So people in groups will take this drug, and this drug is something you produce when you die. You guys know this,
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
your brain just
So
mass produces it when you die, and that's why. Isn't that why people say they see like their whole life flash before their eyes or
yeah,
whatever?
they'll see their whole life. They'll see themselves floating. They'll see beings. They'll see crazy shit.
Yeah.
Um, and I've had friends and I've researched this online where groups of people will take it and they'll see the same exact like hallucination. And when I say hallucination, I say that in air quotes. And like it'll be like a group of like five people who see the same like being in front of them, and
Yeah.
like afterwards they're able to explain it. And I think that goes along with um what I was saying with like our reality, how we have senses that we can't detect that's around us. But I think when we not necessarily just take drugs, but like this is just one scenario where you take DMT, you have almost like a heightened sense, or you're able to see different layers or different um I don't know, realm, whatever you want to fucking call it, realms, whatever. I don't know what definition you want to call it, and everyone sees the same thing. I don't know. That's all I want to say.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, that's
I've heard
eye
that
opening
before.
thinking
Yeah,
about that.
I've heard people talk about that where they see like the. I think I've heard them call them like mechanical elves. Like they see like these. I don't know.
I've heard that before.
You know what
No,
I'm
I know
talking
you're
about, I
talking.
think.
Yeah, I've heard
Yeah.
people seeing like pharaohs,
Yeah, all kinds of
elves,
shit.
snakes, like just
Yeah.
crazy beings.
And I could see like I mean obviously if your brain is releasing DMT when you die, like that could even be like when you were dying you were entering that world,
Exactly,
that
you're passing over.
dimension.
You're
Yeah.
going, or like you're being disconnected from your physical body. You're not
Right. Like
in this reality anymore.
when I watched my buddy do it, like he smoked it out of a bong
Hmm.
and like I watched like he literally just like first he just lost everything, like he just wasn't there and then his face just went straight down into his knees and like he woke up like 30 seconds later and he was like, dude, I was flying through the woods like 1,000 feet above the trees for like an hour straight. And then I just turned into a statue. And like right when I turned into the statue is when I woke up.
Exactly. I remember my brother's into that stuff, and
So
I
you've
don't
never done
support
it though?
No, I've never done it. I
Mm.
might want to try like one time in in
I'm
my life, like
scared.
but
Yeah.
my brother's done it, and he said it's like what he explains is like just like passing through like layers of just something, and then the one time he did it, I don't know if he's done it multiple times, but the one time that he always explains to me is he opened his eyes and everyone in his reality was yarn people. Like everyone was just made of yarn.
Sounds like
And
a
like
bad
all his friends
Tim Burton
like
movie.
yeah, he was like scared but like astonished at the same time. It's like just
It's almost like
yarn
they were
people.
loading back in. It's like they were loading back in. They were coming in at like 144p, and they were like loading back into his mind.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's
Crazy stuff
crazy.
though.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Crazy stuff.
Wow.
But yeah,
Maybe he was just seeing muscle that looked like yarn.
yeah, maybe the skin just wasn't there. It was gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my theory on how everything works, and that's what I believe in.
You made it
I still
seem like that was gonna be like way crazier when you said that you had a theory to talk about. Like you're like,
every time I tell someone that theory, like no one understand. Like, did you guys kind of
yeah,
grasp
I've
it
heard
in a
Joe
way?
Rogan talk about that type of stuff all the time. So
Okay,
yeah,
because
I
I feel like I
totally.
He
butcher the
helped.
explanation every time, but that's really what I believe in, and it makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense to me.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. It does make me want to try DMT at some point. I don't know if I have the balls to do it yet. I haven't
Yeah,
tried enough stuff yet.
I don't think it's anything special to try it.
Well, I mean, it's definitely one of those things where it seems like, it's like 30 seconds, but to you it feels like a couple of hours or something. Like you're just,
Oh yeah,
yeah, like dreaming or like,
Entering another realm.
yeah.
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 I think a lot of that stuff humbles you too. Like a lot of people say like I don't know how good this is for like research purposes because it's subjective within itself, but like people say like oh they like in research studies like people who've taken shrooms, done DMT, done acid are usually nicer people, which like what is nicer people, but I do kind of like agree with that. A lot of my friends who have taken psychedelics or anything like that have actually become like I feel like it opens something. It shows you your insecurities or something of the sorts to actually humble you.
Well, I mean, a lot of
Said not at
since I
all.
go to 10th Planet and that's like, everybody there is into Joe Rogan and stuff. A lot of those people that I talk to have tried that stuff and they're some of the nicest people I've ever met, dude.
Exactly, because I think a lot of them have been faced with basically their demons.
Yeah,
Um,
I think stuff like that, like shrooms and stuff like that kind of forces you to confront feelings that you kind of hide or like put off. So,
yeah,
I think that's why it helps with PTSD probably, makes you
Yep.
confront your demons.
that's what I've experienced.
Or I think people have said it helps you forgive yourself too.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found myself after taking those drugs. I don't know if it's correlating to that, but I'm very much more forgiving things that happened in my life.
It makes you realize that things are fragile too. Like
Yeah.
it made me care more about people around me for sure. Like when the people I was with during the like time that I took mushrooms and got really really out of my mind, I'm still like really close with those people like to this day. And even though they like don't live anywhere near me, I talk to them all the time and like communicate with them and feel like I have a bond with them too, you know?
Yeah. I feel like even in those moments, like you're almost like putting yourself out there so much that like anything could happen after I take this substance. So like you're pretty much just showing them like any insecurities that could possibly happen. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, of
Like
course,
even when
of
you're
course.
drunk with like a friend, like you have deep talks, and you're like, listen, man, I love you. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
It's kind of the
It's
same
like that
way.
on a whole other level. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I feel like
It's
and that's part of the reason why I don't like drinking is because drinking just makes you like super emotional about shit. You
oh
know?
Or
yeah.
it's super shitty. Like that's why I
Yeah, or
stopped
yeah,
drinking.
yeah. Like my roommate, he'll get like super like just mean, try to start fights and shit. You
Yeah.
know?
Oh yeah.
That's
It's not
why I
good.
stopped. Stopped the 4th of July
Mm,
last year because of that. Like I was just shit faced blacked out by like 5 p.m. and was I guess such a shithead to people that like the amount of horror stories I heard scared me from drinking ever again.
Yeah, and you don't
yeah,
even remember it. Like
Yeah.
it definitely changes the way you are.
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah. And it made me realize like, it's not for everybody.
yeah, definitely.
It's like anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. For sure.
So, what else can we talk about? What did we talk about last time, conspiracy wise? We talked about aliens. Oh, Wayfair. Wayfair. Hang on,
haven't done
someone's
any
knocking on the door. What's up?
Yeah, dude, I'm about to piss myself. I'm
Yeah,
gonna bring her
good.
back.
Up here. What's up? No. My girlfriend asking if we're done yet.
Ah,
She just went and
I
picked
just
up
got that text
little
too.
guy. Yeah, we'll probably wrap it up.
Little
here.
guy. Is it a dog or
No, my girlfriend has a kid.
babe? Oh, really?
Yeah, from a previous marriage.
How old is he? She, he or
3.
she?
He's 3.
He. Nice.
Yeah, he just started preschool. So
What's his name?
Theo.
Theo. That's
Well,
awesome.
his name is Thelonious, but we call him Theo.
Been contemplating on having a kid.
It's a lot, man. It's a lot of
Yeah.
responsibility.
Yeah.
So we want to get a dog, and I'm like, I just don't know if it's let him get a little older first. So I'm not trying to babysit 2 people. as
Plus, you never
much.
know how a dog's gonna be. You know.
Yeah, yeah, that's true too.
It's always good to. I've had dogs in my past, and I absolutely loved every second of it. But thinking about like, if I got plus if you adopt them like from a shelter, that's a whole other story because there's
They can
most
have
likely
all
they're gonna have
kinds of
some issue.
You can have all kinds of problems. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I feel like in California, like you have to do that now. Like I don't
Adopt them.
think you
Yeah,
can
I don't think you can.
unless
You
you
have to
go
out of state.
if you go
yeah.
Craigslist.
Craigslist.
If you go Craigslist, you can get like fancy dogs, but
Hmm.
other than that,
Yeah.
it's definitely but dogs are so cool. I love
They are,
dogs.
man. Me and my girlfriend argue all the time about because she had cats before we moved in, and I was like, "Sorry, babe, but we're not bringing a bunch of cats in the apartment. I just can't do it. I got a buddy
Yeah.
who has cats, and I can see how that's just can get out of control.
Yeah. Cats are gnarly, dude. They're like
Cats, I think cats are gross, man.
cats only care about themselves, dude.
They do, man.
Uh,
Like, I mean, I always tell her, I'm like, if somebody breaks in, the dog's gonna let you know. The cat's probably just gonna go hide somewhere. Cat ain't gonna
Oh
know
yeah, of
shit's
course.
happening.
Yeah.
Or I always tell her there was a study done where they took all the data from people that were found dead that lived alone and they had pets, and they said that if you live alone, like they find people that like old people, right, that have a dog or something, they die, and there's nobody to feed the dog. So the dog waits like 2 weeks or something like that to start eating its owner because it needs something to eat to survive. Cats wait like 2 days. Cats don't
Really?
care. Yeah, they do not care about you. Like if cats were like 3 times bigger than they would definitely kill you in your sleep, dude.
Okay,
Oh
wait,
yeah.
100%.
AKA a
how do they
lion.
study that?
Yeah,
How do they study that? How is that experiment done?
it's not an experiment. It's just a data collection, and they mapped out like, all right,
Oh,
so cat owners, they could tell that they had starting to like the cat had started to eat them at a certain point, and whereas dogs
Yeah.
waited longer, on
Like,
average.
Dude, like through analysis or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought
I
it was
could see
from
that.
I can't
experiment.
stand cats, man. I know that if we get married, then I'm probably gonna have to let her get at least a cat at some point, but I don't think I could do more than one. Just can't. I can't stand cats, man. I would. There's one of my buddies. I used to stay the night at his place all the time because we'd play video games super late after school and stuff. He had a cat, and sometimes I'd wake up in the morning and that cat would literally just claw me for no reason when I woke up. Like fuck you, like just for no reason.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Cats.
I hate
I know what you
cats.
mean. No, with my experience, I do agree, but I think it's just like depending on the cat.
Yeah, there's definitely
Like
cool
obviously
cats
that's
out
with
there for
anything,
sure.
but I think the majority of dogs just have like a nicer, awesome like personality. Majority of cats are kind of like, "Fuck you, just let me be on my own." But then there's that small percentage that are pretty
I mean,
chill cats. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's
like
chill cats.
Yeah,
a
for
sure.
dog,
sure.
man. A dog, like I mean, there's been times where like I accidentally like I closed the door too soon and it accidentally like catches the dog's ear or something and it yelps or whatever. But then it's just like, oh hey, like it just like
Yeah.
forgets like 2 seconds later. A cat's like all like pissed and shit, runs off.
For the next week, he doesn't even want to see
Yeah.
you.
But then at the same time, when a dog does lose it, or like say, like I have a buddy that he had the most friendly dog in the world. He came up behind the dog and scared it, and it turned around and like bit like a chunk out of his face.
Holy
And
shit.
like this dog was otherwise like completely normal, completely happy, and he just scared it and it was like blah! And like
I
yeah,
think
just
I think part of the
crazy.
reason for that behavior is because dogs don't really understand how powerful they are, dude. Because they're so like mellow
Uh,
most of the time that when something does
yep,
happen, you know,
yeah, that's true.
crazy. Cats, they're sitting there playing with stuff all the time. They know the damage they can do.
They know how sharp their
Yeah.
claws
Yeah,
are.
dude. They sit there and fuck up the couch, you know, just for the hell of
Yeah,
it. Or they
yeah.
dude, my grandma had cats and she had a birdhouse. She used to like collect and sell like like rare birds and stuff.
That's
So
pretty
that was
cool.
her
Pretty
thing.
sick.
And the cats used to find like mice all the time, right? And they would just sit there and play with it for like the whole day, and then kill it when the, like it was like, oh, the sun's going down. Now it's time to finally kill
Yep,
this mouse I've been torturing for 10 hours.
yep.
A dog wouldn't
Yeah,
do that.
my mom's old cat would literally leave a baby squirrel or baby rabbit or baby anything at the garage door, like no matter what, like all the time, and it would be like decapitated and just like sitting there. And you're like, what the like? Why? Like why? Like people are like, oh, because it's a gift for you. Like they think it's a gift, and then that's a pretty fucked up gift. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
a decapitated baby squirrel. Like come
Here you
on
go.
now.
Here's dinner for the
It's like,
night.
sorry,
Look what I found.
I ate the
Owner
head.
here.
I ate the head, but I left you the rest.
Craziness. Yeah, and that's the other thing. It's like, why is the head ripped off?
Yeah.
Where is the head?
But that's yeah, it's because that's the fun part, dude.
Yeah.
I remember I had a
Uh,
cat. His name was Lucky because we found him on the streets. So we took him in. We got him like the shots and everything. And then he just got really fat and was just kind of became a bitch and just sit around the house. But I mean, that could have been the way that we raised him and trained him.
I mean, I could see how it'd be cool to have like a cat and a dog and watch them interact, you know? But
yes, that's fun.
I couldn't see myself just owning a cat and nothing else. Like, I don't know.
Dude, that's what we had. So my cat was like fat and like older than my dog. So I have a dog right now. His name is Peanut, and he's like a Chihuahua Dachshund. And he's like a tiny little dog. And then we have my cat, and he was like, my cat's dead now, but he was really fat. And I remember my cat, he would get pissed off at my dog and get on his like two back legs and then take his paws and just like
Start
like drum
shredding
the
him.
top of my dog
Oh,
to get him to run
just
away.
smacking him.
Yeah, they're just like always fighting, just like and it would be like aggressive. Like they weren't
I mean,
mad
don't
at
get
each
me
other.
wrong,
They
cats
were
do
mad at
funny
each other.
shit, but
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they definitely.
It was just funny because my cat was bigger than my dog, so cat was always like on my dog's asshole, like in the ass because my dog was so tiny. Get
was
away
the dog
from
always
me.
scared?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
scared of my cat because he was like
So,
double his size because he was a fat cat.
so, oh, that's fun.
Cats.
Fucking
And
cat.
my first ever pet growing up was a cat. And this
Mhm.
story's pretty sad, but also pretty fucking funny. So basically, we had this black cat. His name was Patch, and I was in 6th grade. And I had a buddy over who I was supposed to take to his surprise party. So I was surprising him, and he was over my house. He lived up the street, up the hill, and we lived in like a kind of woodsy area, so the cat was gonna be an outdoor cat, but like we were like slowly letting him outside.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was time to walk him to his surprise party. We're walking down our driveway is like a downwards hill. We're walking down the driveway, and he sees the cat. He sees Patch. He's like, "Oh, is Patch allowed outside?" I was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna let him out. He's like gonna be an outdoor cat." Get to the bottom of the street, and I see this car just like flying down the street. No joke, going like 60 miles an hour in like a 20. And then I see the cat just sitting there.
No, don't tell me.
Yeah, and this it was a woman. The cat just gets nailed, like
Oh
under
my
both tires, and I see this thing fling in the air like at least 20 feet and just come flying down,
Jesus.
and like she immediately pulls over, and I find like the first rock that I see and just like pick it up and throw it right at her car, and I'm like screaming, freaking out, and the kid's with me still. The kid whose surprise party it is with me. So my dad comes running out because he heard me screaming, and I was like, the cat, like this lady just ran it over. And the kid's like, all right, dude, it's okay. Like, I'll walk home. And I'm like, nah, dude, I gotta take you to your house. Like, I have to take you. So I walk him to his house, and we knock on the door, and like the door opens, and everyone's like, surprise! And both of us are just fucking bawling, crying.
Oh my god. That's so
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
Dude, yeah. And they were like, what the like
Mm.
what like why are you guys crying? It's just a surprise. And like everyone's
It's
just,
just a surprise.
"What?"
We just saw a cat
Yeah.
get obliterated.
It was insane, dude.
That's
Like
so
looking
sad,
back at it, like it was, yeah, it's a sad story, but like
but it's also funny.
the odds and like the craziness of it. Oh, and I played violin at the time. I had a violin recital that I had to go play that night. So I remember just sitting in the orchestra just thinking about the cat, like,
Oh, just crying, just like
That's
playing the
crazy. You
sad
used
violin
to play
music.
violin?
yep. Yeah, I played violin up until 8th grade. Actually, I was in a boys choir that traveled the world.
Oh shit.
Yeah, the
Traveled the
Philadelphia
world?
Boys Choir. Yep.
Yeah.
Up until 8th grade.
Prestige
Went all
worldwide.
over.
Prestige.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Boats and hoes.
I had the highest level of sing, like the highest you could go. I had that.
Jesus.
Where's that? Wait, what do you mean?
Like soprano 1. Like I was like the highest you could sing.
Oh, okay, like
Yeah.
pitch wise or
Super
whatever
high
it is.
pitch. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yep.
You can
Yep.
still do that?
Yeah,
In
definitely.
like a falsetto I can.
Falsetto?
Yeah. It's pretty gnarly,
I
but
played trumpet from, I don't even remember. I just know it was elementary school until high school, and then I finally got fed up with it. I think I threw my trumpet in the
yeah.
dumpster too.
Fuck these
Because
Fuck
dude,
this.
our like band director got fired because he was like taking fundraiser money and running off with it, I guess, or something. And so then we had this stand-in band director chick come in, and she was just so mean, dude. I think I got in trouble one day, and I was just like, "Fuck this!" I just threw my trumpet in the dumpster, and, like, never went back, dude. I quit. I switched classes.
That's the worst. If you're gonna be a music teacher, dude, you just like
Yeah,
those
she
are the
was
people who
mean.
are dedicated to their shit, like their
Oh
craft. You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like you can't be
Yeah.
a dick and be a music teacher.
I think she was like that because she had this idea that she wanted to have like the best like band, you know.
Yeah.
So she was just like super
Right.
mean. Like, have you seen Whiplash? Since you've seen La La Land, have you seen Whiplash?
Oh yeah, I've heard of it.
That
I'm gonna look
I
it
don't
up.
even if
think so.
that's a good fucking movie, dude. With Miles Teller, you know who that is?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you haven't seen that, you should watch that. That's
Whiplash.
the first movie that the guy I think it's
Oh,
Damien Chazelle. Yeah, he made that before La La Land. And then did you see I think it was called First Man? Did you watch that? The one where Ryan Gosling is Neil Armstrong? So it shows like his whole story about going to the moon.
Let me see.
That's a depressing ass
Uh,
movie.
I've seen First Man on the
Yes,
Moon.
yes, I seen that. That
Yeah.
movie was crazy.
Super depressing though, right?
Yep.
Like all
Wait,
I
what is
got
it
from
called?
that movie, which one? The astronaut one?
First Man. Sorry.
Yeah, First Man.
Yeah.
That's a
And
movie
that's
where I
just
watched it and I was like, that
Like,
was really good, but really depressing. So I probably won't watch that for a long time again. No,
Yeah. I watched it on an airplane too. It was kind
yeah, it's
of weird to watch on an airplane.
really sad.
I don't know.
Yep.
I've seen it.
Yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. It's a really well made movie. Just really depressing.
I feel like any space movie is sick.
I feel like yeah, all space movies are always good.
Dude,
Like, I don't think
Yeah.
Interstellar.
a space movie is like, nah, it fucking sucks, dude.
Interstellar,
right.
that movie's crazy. That
Yeah.
I
Chris-
need to
Christopher
watch
Nolan one.
that.
Oh
I have
yeah.
it on
If you haven't
Tubi.
seen that,
This guy,
oh, you've seen it though.
this guy hasn't seen Inception.
I haven't seen Inception or Interstellar, and I'm all about like these theories.
I'm telling you,
and shit.
dude, that those are movies that you want to get high
Literally,
and watch.
like the theory.
Might as
that
well
I
just
believe
save them
in.
now.
Yeah.
I know. Honestly, I shouldn't even watch it. It's really deep.
All
What
right,
is
well,
Inception on?
I don't know if it's on anything right now, to be honest.
It's not.
But I mean, how many?
Not even,
On
like,
Blu-ray.
Yeah, it's out on that. Like, it's been out for a long time.
I gotta
I think they
buy
just did like the 10th
Blu-ray, dude.
anniversary or something, where they were supposed to put it in theaters, and it obviously didn't work out. But
Wait, you just cut out. What'd you say?
I cut out. I said they were supposed to put that back in theaters. Theaters. I said that word weird. For the 10th anniversary.
Oh yeah.
But then it didn't happen because of everything shut down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's been out for 10 years. That's crazy.
That's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, I was in
Yeah.
high school when that. I think I was in 10 years. Yeah, I was a freshman in high school when that came out. That's crazy.
That's wild.
There's all Christopher Nolan. I don't think he's made a bad movie.
No.
I always have to look at
Mm.
lists.
Have you seen The
Mm.
Prestige? The one with Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale. They're magicians in like the 1800s, trying to figure out each other's tricks.
Prestige. No, I have not.
All right, yeah, that's one that you. I think it might be on Netflix or something. You should definitely.
I'm looking
check
at
that
all his
out.
movies right now. Let's see, I've seen most of them. I've definitely not seen Prestige
Okay.
though.
Wait
Yeah.
a second. I just looked up Christopher Nolan worst movies, and the worst movie that he made, according to this website, is The Dark Knight Rises. No, that's the best movie he's ever made.
No, it's not.
No, get out of here. The Dark
But
Knight Rises is a
no,
great.
so The
fucking
Dark
love
Knight
it.
Rises was not what it was supposed to be because he was originally going to have the Joker in it, but then what's his face killed himself, so he had to like rewrite everything.
Wait. Oh yeah, Dark Knight Rises with Bane, right?
Yeah. So The Dark Knight is
Never
like the Dark
Never mind,
Knight
yeah.
is such a good movie.
You know the
The
whole
one with
fence?
Joker. Oh my god, that's the best movie in the world. That's one of my favorites, next to
What are you
Forrest
getting?
Gump.
Forrest Gump.
Mm-hmm.
Forrest Gump.
That Forrest Gump includes like
movie.
every genre. You know what I mean? It has everything in
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah,
That's
dude.
true.
Comedy,
I love
romance, war, like all
This
kinds. It's got
autistic
everything in
guy
it, dude. Huh?
who gets it's autistic guy who goes to the military, fucking gets bullied, becomes a runner,
You
and then
guys.
fucks some hot chick. Like, he gets it
And then
all,
she
dude.
dies of AIDS at the end. Like fuck, dude. And then
I have to watch Forrest Gump again now that I think
Yeah, I have
about
to
it.
watch it again too. I
Dude,
haven't
that
seen it in a
movie.
while.
That movie's good, but every time I watch it, I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna be sad at the end when he's like talking to her grave or a gravestone or whatever. But every time, I'm like, God damn it,
Yeah,
it's so sad.
it's an
Gets you every
emotional roller
time, dude.
coaster, dude.
I might not be a smart
Yeah.
man. Dude, no, that movie. You know the moment that always gets me? It's when he asks Jenny, he's like, is he like me? Like he was worried that the kid was autistic also. That's
Yeah.
fucking sad, dude.
It is sad. It's a good movie though.
Yeah, it is, man. It's a good choice. Really good movie. I remember watching that in high school for like history class because he goes through so much shit in that movie. Watergate, like just like the most random shit. Isn't he the guy who like calls and says, "Hey, there's some people over there messing around," and it's the fucking Watergate scandal. You just see him in there with flashlights, like going through file cabinets and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good movie. I gotta watch that again.
It is a good movie.
All right, well,
Same for sure.
what do we think? We think we're at a good point to wrap it up.
Yeah, I think that's good. That was
Yeah.
That was almost 3 hours, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it was 3
we did
hours.
it. We put it.
Yeah,
we
just-
put
That
in
was
the work.
that was the Titanic's worth.
Yeah, it was a buttload, a mouthful. You know.
Somebody could have watched Wolf of Wall Street instead of this.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I had fun. I definitely, if you ever want to be on again, man, I'm totally down. I feel like we have more to talk about. I didn't.
I'm
I didn't
down,
even
baby.
get to ask you about like your editing stuff, but
Yeah. I mean, I'm down for sure.
I think my girlfriend's waiting out there naked to get dressed, so I better end this.
Go,
Uh,
better go
but
plower, dude. You better go plower.
don't say that.
Sorry.
Uh,
Get it done.
all right. Well, episode 2, Creators Unite, on the
Heck
books.
yeah.